are you?
I'm never going to learn.
What's up, everybody?
Hello, everybody. We're here. It's just the two of us right now. The other guys will be joining us. So for a little while, it's going to be beer talk and Packers-Panthers recap between Panthers and Packers.
I think you talked about that Monday, November 3rd, so there's nothing else to talk about.
That's true. Well, we could talk about how I screwed up my fantasy and chose the wrong quarterback, picking the Packers quarterback over Josh Allen and losing to you by less than 1 point, which was a dumb move.
Before we do that, let's tell everybody about our sponsor.
Oh, yeah. Everybody, our sponsor is Old Fort Baseball. Go out there and check out all the merchandise that they have at Old Fort. You can get shirts, hats, lots of different Indiana brands, lots of other brands that Logan has going on. Discount, Eric, is what?
We're talking for the sticker club? We're not on
sticker club yet. It's 15% discount with code DHC. Or Dad Hat. I'm sorry, with the Dad Hat.
Dad Hat. See, I was going to say Dad Hat, then you confuse me.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Just read at the bottom of the screen. It shows you there.
Yeah, 15% off checkout for use code DHC for 50% off checkout on the sticker club, and code Dad Hat for 15% off for shirts, hats, and other merchandise. Lots of cool stickers. Every month you get 4 random stickers from some of the guys that Logan's promoting, different kinds of things he's got going on. He'll give you a card that usually has like a barcode or something to scan like this for each of the items. Kind of cool on the back. You can actually, I'm collecting these up. I think these are going to make a cool little poster or something if I can kind of put them all together to do something. And even Brett, who, by the way, is running for town council tonight in Topeka, which I think the polls there have closed based on his Facebook post a little while ago. So hopefully Brett will win his city council vote in Topeka, and we'll be able to use the discount code to get him some merchandise from Old Fort.
Hopefully whatever he runs for doesn't affect Wichita or Sedgwick County.
Probably not. So it's different cities. Although, if he gets to be buddies
for mayor of Kansas?
No, but these city council guys, if he runs for city council in Topeka and he gets to know a city councilman in Wichita, could affect your life. Who knows?
Great. Just send a military War Dogs hat here, and then we'll be fine.
Well,
Speaking of hats,
the problem with Brett is he tells us he's going to send stuff, and he never makes it to the post office. So he still owes me a fantasy ring. We would love a War Dogs hat. I know I would. I know you would. So we'll just have to keep hounding him.
That's all right, Brett. But speaking of hats, Donnie, let's go ahead and jump in. What hat do you have today, and what are you drinking?
All right. So, this is one of the ones that I picked up at Unclaimed Baggage. This is a really cool baseballism hat. It's for the Arizona Fall League. It's just, I guess, just a generic one. It says Baseballism Scottsdale. It's like a serpent in the sun. It's just kind of a cool generic one. It's not specific to any of the actual teams out there. And so I thought now that Major League Baseball, Minor League Baseball are officially done, Arizona Fall League is in full effect right now. So I thought I would throw that one on. And the beer I've got is one, I believe I sent you this one a while back from Side Hustle Brewing. This is the Blueberry Cobbler. Did I send you? I think I sent you this one. Yeah.
Yeah. I
figured I would go to this. Yeah. It's a nice dessert beer. So just finished a quick dinner. Rhonda and I got back from camping about an hour ago, grabbed some chicken tenders at Bojangles, and I was like, you know what? Blueberry Cobbler.
Did you get a Bowberry biscuit?
I did not get the Bowberry biscuit. This is my dessert.
See, if you had a Bowberry biscuit and wash it down with that, blueberry overload.
You're right. That would have been a good combination there. I should have thought ahead a little bit more on that one.
When I get out your guys' way, anywhere basically east of here that actually have Bojangles, I always have to get Bowberry biscuits.
Yeah, see, we get them all the time, so we just like whatever.
Yeah, we don't have them here. And then we stopped. I forgot specifically where we're at, but we stopped at Biscuitville, and we don't have any of those here. And that was pretty good too. We had breakfast one morning on our trip when we went out to see you guys, and Biscuitville was pretty good too.
Biscuitville is very good.
Nashville hot chicken biscuit, sandwich that was really, really good. And then they had my favorite cheer wine on I'd say tap, but fountain, and it was really, really good.
Yeah, we actually went to Rocky's Hot Chicken on Sunday. Met Rhonda's cousin and her husband and their daughter. And I got the same thing I got when I went with you guys. With you and Joe were here. We went to Rocky's in Asheville. We went to a different one than the ones that we went to with you. But I had one left over, the Rocky's Hot Tender from Sunday, so I added that to the Bojangles today. So I had a little bit of spicy stuff, but. Yeah, Biscuitville, they just got one here maybe a year or so ago in Columbia, or actually over in Irmo. And yeah, that's one of my favorites. Everything I've had from them has been very good because they're all over North Carolina, and I used to stop there when I was working in North Carolina. Country ham biscuits, Beeson says, are great for breakfast. They're great every time.
Neither one of us have controls of this thing, so we can't pop it up on the screen, but we can still read off the comments. So
yeah, Virgil is on his way to the house. Ed's running late because he is Mr. Mom this week with Darla out of town on business. And I don't know where Patrick's at, but I think Virgil and Ed are the two with all the controls. So they just kind of turned us on and set us loose, and here we are.
I think we know where Patrick's at. But
what are you wearing to drinking? Let's get back to yours.
Yeah. So for me, I have the Akron Rubber Ducks. It's an orange Velcro hat sent by our friend Joe, the Canadian Patrick up in Toronto, sent this hat. Okay. I really appreciate that, Joe. And then I am drinking. Yes, it's upside down. So it is one of those beers from 903 Brewers. It is cotton candy slushy.
Oh, that sounds interesting.
And it is Berliner Weiss style ale aged on strawberry, raspberry, and cherry. And the instructions, pretty much anytime there's a slushy that 903 does, which is pretty much all they do, it says keep the beer cold, turn over once before opening to redistribute the fruit, do not shake, drink fresh, enjoy, and repeat with the next flavor. So
all right,
I got the fruit moving in there, but cotton candy slushy from 903. And then once I'm done with that, then I'm going to switch over to Shock Top Twisted Pretzel Wheat.
Fantastic. I didn't even bring a second one up here, but I don't know. I may get a break to run back down and grab another one. I think one more side hustle. It's probably an IPA, I think is what I've got left from them. Last night on Monday night show, I had the oatmeal chocolate chip cookie stout from them. So that was a good one as well. Side Hustle is a very good brewery out of Hilton Head, South Carolina.
Yeah, I didn't get to Hilton Head, but you have sent me a few of their stuff, and it is what I've had is pretty good. That blueberry cobbler is really, really good. So really enjoyed that. Yep. Well, I know we're going to jump into a lot of sports talk here with the finale of the World Series, the NFL, college football weekend. Once everybody else hops on, do you want to talk real quick about our matchup, or do you want to wait till everybody else gets on? Any specific topics?
I mean, if you got something you want to talk about with it, let's go ahead and get that out of the way because we won't get much to talk about then when they get
here. What's up, Joe?
Hey,
appreciate the hat here. That's why I'm rocking Joe's hat that he sent, so I appreciate that. I mean, obviously, there's not
real quick. Have you eaten the pepperoni balls yet, or did you just throw them in the freezer?
Not yet. No, okay. I threw in the freezer.
I finished off mine. I think Ed said last night he had finished off his. Those were fantastic, Joe. We got to get some more of those from Erie. That's awesome.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna be at a place where I could have heated them up enough where I would have been able to eat through them all. So I threw them in the freezer instead of the fridge. So I have not gotten them out yet. We'll have to see at some point here now that baseball for my son's finally over. Not this past weekend, but the weekend before. Zach had his final fall weekend, and they went out to Dodge City. Dodge City is almost 3 hours west of here, not quite the Garden City where we went earlier in the fall, but about half an hour on this side, closer to Wichita from where Garden City is, but kind of out by the Colorado border. But Boot Hill Casino, I didn't end up getting over to the casino, but they had a distillery, and so I sent you pictures of the distillery I went to. So Boot Hill Distillery, and then went to the Dodge City Brewing Company while I was out there, but their summer league, basically club team, their travel ball team has like 2 14Us, 2 15Us, a 16, wow, 17U, and then like 3 18Us, and then a collegiate team. And so the 15s, 16, 17, and the 18s all went out to Dodge City to play like in a final end of the fall kind of tournament just between each other. And then also the Dodge City A's. So I know if Zach's still on here, he'd be familiar with their collegiate team. The Dodge City A's played in the NBC World Series this summer. So they're same kind of similar organization. So one of their younger teams, I think it was their 15U team, was in the tournament, and we ended up playing them the final game. But it was, there was 8 teams total, and then the top 4, or they had, 4 teams in each little division. You played 2 games on Saturday, and then based off of win percentage and run differential, then that took the top 4 teams to play in the championship bracket on that Sunday, and then the bottom 4 teams to play in the kind of the consolation bracket. Won the first game. They played the 16U teams, the team kind of right below them. 16U is usually a pretty good team they have, but Zach ended up coming in and he got the save in that first game. And then the second game, they were playing one of the 18U teams who had beaten them most of the time this fall, but then they beat them 1 or 2 times the previous weekend or 2. And it was pouring down rain. And the starting pitcher tried to throw it a curveball, and he heard something pop in like his elbow, and the ball sailed almost all the way to the dugout. That's how bad.
Wow.
Like nobody could get a grip. It was raining heavily, but they just kept playing. They wouldn't stop the game. And so because he only lasted an inning, well, Zach had just pitched 40 some pitches in the game before, because he pitched a couple innings in that game. They had him come back out and pitch again, ended up and just kept riding him. He threw like another 55 pitches. So he was 90 plus pitches, and he's thrown that much before in like one game. He's thrown 2 complete 7-inning complete games before the previous year. One, he threw 109 pitches. The other, he threw 99. And so he's pitched it before, but the thing is, he threw at 9 a.m. or they played at 9. By the time he threw, it was closer to like 10:30. But then he came back. The next game wasn't until 3. So he had a little bit of a break. So I didn't really like that, he had such a long break before they brought him back in. But that kind of burned him for the rest of the weekend. He didn't pitch on Sunday. But both teams scored. So they capped it at 5 runs per inning, and both teams scored 5 runs because no one could get anybody out. Is basically just walking everybody essentially. And Dang. So they got to a point where the pitchers were just lobbing the ball over the plate just to try to get it over the plate. And they decided at some point, I think we're down like 9-6. They decided to halt the game for like 15 minutes, came back. It was still pouring. At that point, we started just bunting and had a guy on third, bunted the ball. They threw to first, got the guy out. And then the guy from third came home. He scored. Wasn't even close. And the ump called him out. And our coach he's like, well, I'm done. He's like, I don't want any more kids getting hurt. There's no reason we should continue playing in this rain. So he's just like, we're done. So we lost 9-6. Well, because of that, we ended up going to the consolation bracket, even though we should have probably been in the championship bracket, but then won both the games on Sunday. So we finished 3-1, had the second best record. But because we played in the consolation on Sunday, we technically won the consolation bracket championship. But he's finally done for the fall. I think they're going to take off most of November, and then for December, January, and part of February, I think they're doing an off-season pitching program that he's going to get into with the team. Their 18U, one of the 18U coaches is going to head that up. He coaches one of the high schools just north of Wichita here. So Zach's going to participate in their club balls kind of pitching program to work on arm care and mechanics, and maybe pick up. He has his changeup is really, really good. This fall especially, he had a really good changeup. I think that if he can develop another, maybe like a slider or something as a lefty, I think that should really help. So finally get to settle down a little bit now, and don't have to run around until like February next year, and then from February until basically October, November, we'll be busy yet again. So and he's a junior now, so he's starting to go to camps at different colleges and get looked at by different schools. So we'll see how that plays out.
We'll have to work on his nickname because he was the Southpaw sophomore. Now he's a Southpaw junior, so we have to come up with something different.
Right, for sure. Zach says went to Dodge City A's game 2023. Dodge City, Kansas is a fun place where they do Western Cowboy duel reenactments. Yeah, so it's a Western town basically. Like I said, they have Boot Hill Casino, Boot Hill Distillery, and so yeah, it's just a kind of a old Western style town. So yeah, if you ever get a chance to make it out to Dodge City, Kansas, it's not quite right there on the Colorado border, but out that way. It's about, like I said, not quite 3 hours here from Wichita. So just basically straight west. When I was going out there, it was pouring rain. We were supposed to play at 3 p.m. and 7 p.m. on that Saturday, and they bumped the 7 p.m. game to 9 a.m. So we ended up having to leave at 5 o'clock that morning and drove. It was like no street lights on 54 West. So it's just like pitch black, pouring rain, super early in the morning. So I'm like trying my best to get there. 3 hour long drive. It was a pretty brutal drive to get out there, but and then it rained. Well, what was weird is it didn't rain that much that first game, but then that second game just picked up and was pouring. And then Sunday it was just super cold. And luckily it didn't rain. It was kind of overcast, but we got the games in then on Sunday. So Michael says that the Steelers suck. I mean, what? Sorry, Michael. Birdie told me you missed me last week, Eric. No, I saw you hopped on for 2 seconds to see that I wasn't here, and then you hopped back off. So thank you for those 21 points in the fourth quarter. I appreciate that.
Oh, I think he's been waiting to get you on that one or whatever, or at least try to.
Well, so that kind of leads us into our game then. So there's not a whole lot that I can say, but go ahead and tell me a little bit of your thoughts of the game.
I mean, it's kind of the same old story for the Panthers. I mean, Bryce Young didn't kill us, but he didn't, he's not doing anything great. But, our running game is what's helping us. I mean, Dowdle has established himself, in my opinion, as the best runner we have. So hopefully they'll continue running with him. Receivers, it kind of keeps switching around. Leggett, it's kind of hit and miss. Tatora McMillan, he's going to be something special once we get a quarterback that can actually get in the ball on a regular basis. Our defense, I think, just played better than I expected they were going to do. And you guys, for whatever reason, y'all didn't get anything going. I don't know. I don't really know because I didn't watch all of the game start to finish. I don't know what it was that was like the one thing to point to. I know y'all kept having stuff called back on some big plays that seemed like you had some big plays that got called back for penalties. But I don't think penalties was really the big thing. It's just, I don't know. It's like you guys couldn't get any rhythm going, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And then it didn't help that Tucker went out either. I mean, he's done for the season too. So that's a bad thing for you guys and a bad thing for my fantasy team or one of my fantasy teams. So.
Yeah, I have him in 2 of my 3 leagues, but you can't even compound and say, okay, well, we lost Kraft for the entire year, but we won the game. We lost the game and lost him.
Right. I mean, again, I didn't watch it continuously. I just caught bits and pieces of it because we were busy doing stuff on Sunday, camping and running around a little bit. So I watched as much of it as I could, and again, it just seemed like the Packers just didn't get anything going. Panthers made some pretty good plays here and there, and I mean, it wasn't a high-scoring game, so it didn't take a lot of points to win it. But it was one of those things where you guys should have won the game, and we just barely did enough to win it. I mean, we got that big field goal at the end, which was a pretty good-sized kick for that kid. Just to do that. But, I thought it was one of those things where maybe y'all left too much time on the clock, which is hard to say with the Panthers because they don't usually move the ball pretty quickly, but they had a couple of good plays and moved it pretty quickly there.
Yeah, you guys prior to that had a penalty after the touchdown, after the second Dowdle touchdown, and so they had to kick like a 97-yard extra point, and he missed it. And they're
Yeah.
like, okay, well, because he missed that, maybe he'll miss the field goal. I'm done with kickers at this point. I want to take kicking out of the game of football completely. This is not soccer. Both Notre Dame and Green Bay were brutal this weekend and pretty much every weekend this season. And kicking has cost us our 2 losses and tie at this point. Can't make extra points, can't make field goals. We 4th and 8, and I don't know if you heard or saw about this. We had 4th and 8. It was 4th and 3, had a penalty, 4th and 8. Doesn't even matter if we were on the 8 or 9-yard line. We were probably on the 15, 20-yard line.
Yeah.
They decided to go for it. Now,
Yeah,
McManus
that was a
probably would have
surprise.
made it. Probably would have made it because it was a little bit closer.
Yeah.
Now, he obviously missed one that was like a 47, 48 or whatever,
Yeah.
which he's usually been hitting those, but he's been hurt and he came back and he hasn't really been that good. So they think he's still probably hurt, which I don't know why they rushed him back because they brought in Lucas Hravisic or however you say it. He's a substitute teacher and he kicked a 61-yard field goal to set the Green Bay Packers franchise record for the longest field goal made.
Wow. That'll be
And
his only accomplishment.
he didn't miss any of his field goals in the 2 or 3 games he was with Packers. And he's not even released. They just are having him as a healthy scratch each week. And it's like, just bring him up.
Yeah.
Why they're afraid because they paid McManus. Because any kicker we've had the previous few years would not good. And last year or the year before, McManus was good. And so like, oh, let's pay him. And so they paid him 2 or 3 years. And they're like, well, now we can't sit him because we've paid him. It's like, if he's missing his kicks, just bench him. He doesn't deserve. Who cares that you're paying? Just eat it and bring in the substitute teacher. Let him kick his field goals because he doesn't miss.
Because as an organization, you can just say, he's a scratch right now because he's not 100%, and we're going to stick with the other guy even though we're paying him. I mean, there's ways around that. The team, I hate when teams play guys because they're paying them and they don't want to sit them. I mean, it's like, no, do what's right for the team. Don't just because you make a bad business decision, don't let that make it also compounded by making a bad game decision. So. Yeah, I mean, if that's the thing, because I was surprised they did go for that one there. And back to the penalty that we got that really cost us the point that we would have needed. Everybody knows it's 3 pumps for the penalty, not 2. So, Key and Peele said that. And that's the rule. And the referee, apparently he doesn't watch comedy. So he threw the flag after 2 pumps. Yeah, that's not a penalty.
I don't know why.
But what's crazy is, come on, guys, you don't need to do all this, Saturday Night Live skits for a celebration. Just go yay and go to the sideline and get the hell off the field. Let's move on. I mean, all this theatrics and stuff that they try to do, it's like, no, just stop it. It's like every week they try to come up with something to up the ante on what they've done before.
Yeah, just the punt game, just 4th down, got to go for it. Touchdowns, got to go for extra 2-point conversions. Just get rid of the kicking game. I'm over it. I don't want kicking in football anymore. We don't need it. Just let's run up the score. Let's go for 2. Let's go for it on 4th down, 4th and 37. Just go for it. I'm tired of kickers and punters at this point because both my college and NFL teams are terrible. But for me, our 2 losses were to not great teams, but I think better defenses than what people are giving both Cleveland and Carolina credit for. Because you guys played great defensively. Now, we couldn't get anything going. There was 2 huge mistakes that Love made through 1 deep ball into triple coverage that was severely underthrown that got picked off. And then a play where he ran around 2,000 yards, ran around the one end, came back, threw it right into the hands of your defender who dropped it. I don't know how you dropped that, but as my brother always says, that's why you're a defensive player, because you guys can't catch. Like, if you can't catch, you're playing defense. Like, it irritates me so many times how many interceptions guys should be having, and they just flat out drop the ball. And it's like, how do you not intercept that? Because that could completely change the complexity of the game if you just intercept a pass that's basically right in your hands.
Well, and he jumped when he didn't have to. That was the other thing. He kind of jumped to try to catch the ball. It's like, just stand there and catch it. And you're right. It's like, that. How do you miss that? It's just ridiculous. It's crazy.
Well, and then
and back to your point about the defense, our defense is surprising me, which is, again, goes back to the whole thing of why I made the mistake I made on the fantasy game against you, because I thought your quarterback was going to do a lot more against our defense than they did, and I underestimated our defense, which I won't do anymore because we did play pretty good defense.
Okay, that's a pretty cool beer right there.
So it's cotton candy slushy, Berliner Weiss style ale, aged on strawberry, raspberry, and cherry. So 903 Brewers out of Texas. My friend that I work with, him and I get these all the time. They have them at a local beer store here. And they do a lot of like slushy type stuff with like fruit in it. So you have to like tip it upside down to get the fruit kind of flowing again. But yeah, 903 Brewers out of Texas is a really, really good one that I enjoy. So yeah, cotton candy slushy is what I'm drinking, Virgil.
It's not bad, not bad. And I know what everyone's thinking. Yes, I am here to save the show. So I know it's probably been the Carolina Green Bay half hour, but you know,
no, we got into it. We got into it a little late. We didn't start on that right away. We fumbled through who our sponsor was. Donnie said the wrong code for the wrong thing. So
really,
I'm not used to the read.
Okay, I'm sorry. I had it scrolling on the bottom just so
we figured that out.
At the point where it was a break before it came back around, so we're just kind of waiting for it to come back around. And then he said it. I'm like, that's not the right code.
No, I gave the wrong code on the wrong part there for a second because I'm not used to doing the read.
Great.
This is how we get sued. Just saying.
Yeah. All of a sudden. Thanks, guys.
But then that wide angle shot, when your guy should have intercepted it, Dobbs was wide open. So I don't know, just the way he was on the far sideline and just trying to throw back all the way across. But if somehow he could have thrown it like well short, I mean, Dobbs could have possibly caught it. But yeah, he had two big mistakes that just were brutal. And then, like you said, we lost our tight end for the entire year. So now we have second round pick Luke Musgrave from a couple years back that was supposed to be the big dog. And then all of a sudden he got hurt and just kind of fell off. And so they'll have to have him step up, and hopefully he's good. I mean, he's talented. Obviously, it's, like I said, second round guy. They picked him pretty high a few years ago. So he'll definitely need to step up. Plus, Christian Watson and the wide receivers, tight end was a big, Tucker Kraft was good in the blocking game, run game and everything, blocking, tight end. But then he also is probably the best receiver that we had as the tight end. So they'll have to look other places. They still have a good receiving core. Hopefully Musgrave steps up. But yeah, it's a pretty big blow. And then we go straight into Monday night. We're at home against Philly. So we'll see how that goes. But my thought is that our losses to Cleveland and Carolina is because we're not going to play 5-12 teams in the playoffs, so we don't really care about those teams. And when we play real teams that will match up in the playoffs, that's when we actually play good.
You keep telling yourself that. Keep telling yourself.
Yeah. So you're just like waiting to be like the Dodgers or the Yankees and just turn it on when you have to. And
Keep telling yourself that that's not a bad loss. The Browns
I was very surprised that Green Bay played as down as they did, because I was expecting you guys to light us up a little bit, and again I underestimated our defense. It is playing better than I thought. Buffalo kind of did a Buffalo thing on us the week before, so I guess I was just thinking our defense is kind of like not doing too good, but nah, they held their own, and you guys just kind of was flat. Just a flat day.
It was not a good day for the.
And I'll say this: a lot of people have been bashing those uniforms. I thought they were pretty sweet. I mean, they look kind of like Notre Dame instead of Green Bay with the Navy. The helmets were fire. I love those helmets. But that actually was a pretty good look to me compared to some of the other way back throwbacks. Because, of course, Pittsburgh's looked like dog crap the week before. So that was a much better throwback to me.
Well, it is Pittsburgh.
True.
You know what? I'll give you this. I'll say this to you, Eric. My wife actually likes them, the uniforms. And she was like, what is that helmet? I'm like, wait until they do a close-up on that helmet, because that helmet is legit.
Yeah.
My son said, are those leather? I'm like, no, but they're supposed to look like it.
Right.
And somebody, I think I told them at work yesterday, we were talking about the game, and I said, yeah, those were 1923 inspired uniforms, and they played like they were in 1923. That's how bad they were.
Yeah, it's a nod to the Leatherheads, man. It's a nod to the Leatherheads. And I actually liked them a lot. I did.
Yep.
All right, Phil.
I saw that, Phil.
Yeah, I swore off hats for the rest of the year. No more hats for the rest of the year.
Yeah, that Reapers was something that I wish the Fireflies would have been able to do, but alas, they were not able to do it. So good on Winston-Salem for that one.
Well, we will go back and talk more about some of the other NFL games, but since we're talking about new identities, there is a new one from Pensacola we do need to discuss real quick.
Yep.
Do we have to?
We have to, because I actually think it's kind of overdue for Pensacola to have a aviation base. And Ed doesn't even want to listen to it. He's already left. He's like, I'm done. I don't even want to bother with this. So
that's how I feel about that.
I can pull it up here. We have the Pensacola Sky Jockeys.
Okay, so the Blue Angels.
Yeah, that's pretty much what
this is, because I mean, they don't really have a Blue Angel based identity, which really Pensacola, I feel like you probably should have.
I like it. I think it's pretty good. I don't think it's awesome. Like, it's not like blow me away kind of thing, but it's very cool for them. And one of you guys shared, was it Patrick maybe, or you, Eric, that shared that the hat was like the Ironbirds?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. That logo.
100%. 100%.
Aberdeen Ironbirds. Yeah, the name is fine. I don't like the logo. It's basically a copy of the Ironbirds.
See, I disagree with this, because the Ironbirds logo does not wear glasses.
Wow, one little difference.
Really?
In color.
We're doing that? We're really doing that?
The thing that I don't like the color scheme of it, because it reminds me of the Tower Brothers that just came out.
Yeah. They're just kind of caught in this weird thing where, the Ironbirds is kind of close to it, and the new team in California popping up with the something similar. Obviously, they've had to have had this in the works for a while. Again, it goes back to the hyper local situation. I mean, it's the Blue Angels who are based out of Pensacola, and that's what they're going for. And for that area, it's going to be fantastic, but it's not going to really permeate across minor league baseball elsewhere, just because of the other things that it's similar to.
So would you file this one as too local for me?
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
I think it's kind of cool, but I think it's, it's cool for Pensacola. It's not one of those where like people around the country are going to be jockeying for that. Ha ha ha.
I mean, but we have Blue Angels here. They always do a show because we have McConnell Air Force Base and we're air capital of the world. So, I mean, I wouldn't say that Blue Angels themselves are specific or unique. I wouldn't associate them. I'm obviously not familiar with Pensacola, but I wouldn't associate it with them.
Oh, that's the naval. That's their home base is Pensacola, because that's where that's where the Navy Air Base, main Navy Air Base is Pensacola.
Okay.
The Navy pilot training, I guess it's not Top Gun because that's in California, but it's where their main training facility is for pilots.
Again,
some of the let's see if that's showing or not yet.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's very hyper local. It looks. You know what that reminds me of? Honestly, the old Seattle Pilots.
Yeah,
colors.
the jersey definitely has a lot of look to
100%.
that. Yeah,
Seattle Pilots. And so again, there's nothing original. It hasn't been anything original in such a long time. They're like, I'm just like not even interested. Like that's why I was like, if I don't buy a hat between now and the end of the year, which is only 2 months, I get that. But it's like whatever. I'm okay because none of these new identities have really blown me out of the water.
yeah.
And by the way, I respect the orange hat, Eric.
Hacking rubber ducks.
Yeah, them rubber ducks. I like that one. But you know what I mean? Nothing has really like said, man, I like that. Like I need that. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, the Reapers Phil was talking about, that's one that I do want to get one of those hats. But that's a Carolina specific thing as well. So
since it's football season and rugby's adjacent, not the same, let's talk about Oklahoma State rugby.
We're not going to do that.
No, okay.
No.
Monday night? Or
Yeah.
Monday night.
If you want to talk, come on Monday night.
That's already like that. By the time that's already been like 3 weeks of rugby to like talk about.
So it's already kind of over
with. We don't need to bring that game up. I don't care if it was 115-5. We don't need to talk about that. I could bring up Oklahoma State hockey though, beating Creighton, because I feel like that's more relevant than that other rugby thing.
My brother said, "Is that club hockey?"
It's got to be club hockey.
Yeah, there's a lot of colleges that have club hockey. They're not really, their main sport. NC State has a club hockey team as well.
Clemson and South Carolina both.
About OSU Oral Roberts basketball going on right now.
So that's currently on ESPN Plus at the house right now that I'm keeping track of.
Bro, just get on. Why does he always do this?
He's packing, bro.
For what?
His conference he has. He has another work conference, man. Why you hate on him so much?
Have you met the guy?
True story.
Eric,
right.
not Patrick.
Hey, you think my NFL week was bad where we lost our NFL game and our best tight end? At least my NFL team didn't lose, and my MLB team in the 11th inning of Game 7.
Wow, you want to take that knife out of his back? Hot damn!
I'm sorry. What was your MLB team doing that day?
Not losing in Game 7 of the World
Series. Make it to the playoff at all is what happened.
Yeah, who's the best third baseman? Gold Glover.
Play for a non-playoff team. How's that?
Doesn't matter. He's better third baseman, that's for sure.
Come on now. Come on now. Come on.
Everybody sees it.
No, what? Are you out of your? Are you high tonight,
bro? Our shortstop had a better overall stats and should be the third MLB or MVP candidate than your dude.
Are you high?
No. Look at the stat comparison. There's no reason your dude should be third in the MVP voting. He's a bum.
Well, I texted Patrick because I saw where Ty France got the Gold Glove for first base for Toronto, and I was like, I don't follow Toronto, and I'm like, who the hell is that?
He wasn't even in the World Series.
They got him from Minnesota midseason. He played 23 games. He didn't play in the World Series because because they had better bats. I'm like, tonight. How crazy is that he? I'm not trying to diss on him. I was like, where did this guy come from?
Your shit sound like it. Huh, damn.
I'm like, a Blue Jay got the Gold Glove for first base, and it wasn't Vlad. And it was like, wait a minute, who is he?
Y'all are full of piss and vinegar tonight. Man,
God, there's just him and I just having a good time on here by ourselves. Till you guys hop on.
Yeah, and who knows? Maybe he'll win another Gold Glove. He'll win back-to-back Gold Gloves, and he'll win one for the Yankees next year. So, because he won't be with Toronto probably.
I got nothing tonight, y'all. I'm not stooping down to this level. I'm not doing it.
I'm not doing it.
I'm not saying anything I haven't already said to Patrick.
Who won the picks, and then what about fantasy?
Well, we're gonna go over that soon. So let's go over picks right now. So after compiling picks and after triple checking the numbers, because let's just say that there was a lot of interesting picks that were made, and sadly, two people do have losing records, sadly. So the winner of today's picks, or this week's picks, at 21-15.
Another 21-15. Okay.
I know we got a lot of 21-15s.
Yeah. What?
Yes.
You said either
go big, and you're either gonna pick the right ones and win it, or you gonna pick the wrong ones and be
after all these
way out
games
of
were
it.
being played. I'm like, I know I didn't get this week because the picks were brutal.
So basically, all of your picks have finally paid off, and we'll go over your unique picks because there's one I do have to give you shit for. After the rest of the standings, Donnie was second place at 20-16. Eric was third place at 18-18. I was fourth place at 17-19, and Patrick was last place at 16-20. So
wonderful job,
Patrick making up the rear.
on to the
Patrick career.
Yeah, which pick you got to give me shit for?
So we're gonna go through the unique picks real quick. So when it
right.
comes to one person picking that everybody else didn't pick, Donnie, we have to start with you.
Here we go.
You picked Navy to beat North Texas, which at the time was not a bad pick. That was actually a pretty good game to watch. Patrick picked Florida to beat UGA, which honestly, that game was a lot better than I thought too.
It was a back and forth game.
Somebody may have said on the show last week that Georgia was going to slaughter Florida, and apparently that did not happen. Ed,
I wonder who that was.
Ed, you picked Texas Tech to beat Kansas State, and everyone else picked that, which ruined the whole flow of the reason why I picked Kansas State to begin with. You guys just jumped on and just ruined that. So I blame the rest of you on that.
Trust me, I've already texted her multiple times that their running back that takes snaps from the center completely ruined that game.
Yeah.
All I'm just saying that if we just did what we usually do, and you guys don't believe in Kansas State, and I pick them, they win. They were 3-0 before any of that, and no, you guys had to ruin it. So I blame you.
I didn't ruin it.
You didn't, because you know that.
How do you get beat that bad at home against a backup?
Yeah, that was bad.
You're always good at home.
I don't make the rules. But Ed, the one that I have to give you crap for, because it finally happened. Oklahoma State covered a spread, and you picked against it.
Listen, you can't. They have not covered, and all of a sudden they do.
So, no, you had every reason to pick against that, but I'm just saying. I
feel you. I got you. I feel
like we should have a parade for that because it's progress.
And let's stop allowing him to. Every time he's picked against Notre Dame on the spread, Notre Dame's covered. The one time he's like, nah, Notre Dame, they looked miserable against Boston College.
Yeah.
But it was Boston College. Honestly, it was Boston College. Has Boston College done anything at all this year to merit and anybody saying, yeah, no, they'll cover the spread?
No, but just like the Green Bay game, they just played down to their opponents. They still won by 15, but it was pretty brutal most of the game.
They played way down.
So. Yeah, it was bad.
In the Pac-12 championship, I was the only person to pick Oregon State, and they beat Washington State 10-3. So you can imagine, as you can imagine, that was a barn burner there. Then we get to the NFL ones. I'm embarrassed to say this one because I really truly believed it, and then I realized who the coach was. I was the only person to pick the New York Giants to beat the 49ers. That
was a bad pick.
I'm just embarrassed on that, but I was able to regain that back because I was the only person to pick Arizona to beat the Cowboys.
So that we had this conversation on Thursday. We didn't know after the picks. We didn't know who the starter was going to be, and then all of a sudden it was Jacoby Brissett. I'm like, oh, they may have a chance.
Well, I mean, that was kind of the thing. Murray was still not at the time. Murray was practicing with the first team, but he was not slated as the starter yet.
I still don't know if I would have changed my pick. I'm surprised that Arizona won that. I'm surprised they won it as well as they did. To be honest,
it made me feel good just to see Jerry Jones just like miserable as shit.
Yeah.
Next to what's his name? Oh my God, ESPN.
I don't know his name.
Stephen A.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he was looking miserable, and I'm like, oh God, this is great.
And then something else that was also kind of interesting. Only one person got their over under wrong.
Oh wow!
So me, Patrick, Donnie, and Ed got ours right, but Eric picked the over on Green Bay, Carolina.
That was way under.
I knew he picked that game. I couldn't remember if he picked over or under because I was like, dang, because I was going to pick that. I think I was going to pick the under on that game, but he beat me to picking it.
Ooh, Eric,
the over.
That's an interesting rankings.
No, he's going to complain about it.
No, I mean nothing
surprising.
No, I was going to say nothing really jumps out as they shouldn't be. Like everything looks pretty straightforward. It'll be interesting if this was so ESPN, for those that are just
the college football playoff rankings.
Kind of what, we're just looking at that here. I sent that over to them. If it holds, it'd be interesting to see like Virginia, BYU, Memphis, a couple of teams that are obviously this is the first ranking, so it's not going to stay that way. I mean, it could, but that'd be kind of nice to see 3 or 4 teams that you don't typically get to see get in, something like that. It'd be interesting to see like a UVA Ole Miss if that was to hold.
Memphis.
I feel like they would get blown out by Georgia. But then again, they've only lost that one game, but it was the UAB, and I don't understand how you lose that game.
I'm not going to lie.
With UAB, I'm going to say it's a perfect storm of optimism with a brand new coach, rivalry game, first game at home with a new coach, new quarterback starting, so you didn't have any film on them. I just think UAB just kind of showed up to play. And Holsinger, thank you. This is my special edition Casper Ghost hat I am wearing. So
I like it.
I'm going to show that real quick.
Ooh, that's really good. I like it. Can you show the back?
On the back, it's got the.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
He's continuing the Halloween theme into Tuesday. So yeah,
well, glows in the dark too, but of course you can't show that right now. So thank you, I appreciate that.
I was just saying the one thing that's interesting about the Memphis, obviously, is they're getting in because of auto bid, but when you look at the ranking itself, I've got it pulled up on the page here. The AP top 25 next to college football rankings. AP has Memphis at 22. College football rankings, even though they've got them in the 12 slot, they don't have them in the top 25 at all.
Wait, but is it because of their head in their division, in their conference?
It is, but I'm just saying they don't even have them in the ranking.
Are they
if you're going to put them, at least put them 25, put them 24, because AP has them 22 ahead of Tennessee, Washington, and Cincinnati. You don't even have them in your official top 25. I was like, come on.
Don't they take just the top G5?
Yes.
And that's so they're the reppers. Like who's right behind them then?
Would probably be either North Texas or South Florida.
Right.
I'd rather see North Texas in. Honestly,
I'd rather see South Florida in.
Normally I wouldn't watch that game, but I watched pretty much all of North Texas Navy on Saturday.
That was a good game
because it was 11 a.m. Yeah, Navy just kind of
shit the bed.
Yeah, it wasn't that great of a performance by them.
Now, keep in mind, Memphis does have a game. They are playing Tulane next week.
But Tulane's not the Tulane of normal.
I mean, they're still a 6-2 team. I mean, they're not going to be a.
Who'd they lose to?
Tulane lost to Ole Miss,
which is not a bad loss at all.
I do not remember who their second loss was. I will check that.
I'll say this. I'll say this. The one that I'm very interested in, if it holds like this for the rest of the year, if it holds like this, I'm very intrigued about that Notre Dame BYU game.
Yeah, that'd be a good one to see because based off of that ranking right now, they'd have to go to BYU.
BYU, yeah.
But it wouldn't matter because Notre Dame's a cold city. And so when they played last year at home, they got the first round game at home last year. They were able to play through the cold. So it's not like it'd be, and they've played in snow before, but
yeah.
And Oregon again getting screwed.
Patrick, it was to UTSA. And as for
that was this weekend.
As for Notre Dame, I don't think the cold's really going to be a problem more during the elevation. I'll be curious.
That's true. Yeah. They have Navy Saturday night. and then they have Pittsburgh here in a few weeks. So there'll be a couple of tough games. I was hopeful that Navy could have won that game, so they would have been ranked this week. But still, they've only lost one game. So, Zach.
Oh my God, you're making me laugh, dude.
I don't expect Virginia to hold.
No, who do they have?
Let me pull up their schedule.
Well, Memphis still has East Carolina and Navy after Tulane, so they're probably not going to hold either.
No,
Virginia still has to go to Duke.
Ooh.
Wake Forest. They play Wake Forest at home. I'm not too worried about that one. They play Duke on the road, and then Virginia Tech versus Virginia. That's always going to be a crapshoot, regardless of like how bad one team is versus the other.
Oregon that low is interesting.
With that space, I can see either Duke or I think Oregon being that low, that Indiana loss is really a backbreaker. And really, if you've seen some of their schedule or their games since, they have not been the same team because like that Wisconsin game that we talked about, sure, they won that game, but that was only 21-7. And that was a home game for them.
It's going to be interesting. I mean, I like it. I mean, again, I say Oregon, and this is only week 1, right, of the rankings, but Oregon again against, they go against Ohio State.
Well, they bumped them back to 9th in the rankings.
Yeah.
As well. They dropped them from where they're at in the
other. And they were idle, weren't they? This week? Oregon, yeah. Oregon was idle.
Yeah, they're ranked 6th in the AP top 25, but they're 9th in the college football playoff.
Yeah, I think they were. And keep in mind, BYU and Texas Tech do play each other this week, so one of those two teams will probably be knocked out.
That's gonna be good.
I think there's got to be some other SEC against each other, isn't there? Or have all the ones that are up here played each other already?
Ole Miss and Alabama. I don't believe it's happened yet.
Okay.
Unless if it has, I blanking it out. Let me pull up Alabama's schedule.
Let's see. I got it right here. Yeah, Alabama, they don't play.
They don't play. They have LSU, Oklahoma, and then
East Illinois.
And Auburn.
Georgia has Texas and Mississippi State, and then Charlotte, Georgia Tech. Which, yeah, that would be interesting if Georgia Tech could beat Georgia.
I mean, that's a better team for Georgia Tech than it was last year that almost beat them.
Yeah. I mean, Texas A&M, they got Texas at the end of the season. They got Missouri this week. I don't know. A couple of these could still be tripped up a little bit.
Phil, that's Ohio right there, baby. That's where they're about to get into the cold weather season right here.
Yeah, those guys are probably like, this isn't cold. For us, it's cold. Them, it's not.
Yeah, that's normal. If you see, because you see a lot of the players are still wearing their shirts. Yeah, it's a good. Oh, okay, they're about to get this dude from Miami. Better calm the hell down. About to give him a taunting penalty.
So Ed,
yes, sir.
I'd like to go over the fantasy standings.
Most certainly, I do. I have them. All right, let's start with our rankings. All right, so. Some interesting let me take a look here. I wanted to see. All right, so I'll go over some of the games, okay? Zach, congratulations on your massive win again. 168 to 114 against Mr. Eric Lechtenberg.
Zach's team is loaded. He got the best picks out of everybody.
I know. Mr. Eric Profit by 1 point.
Good job, CD. I was waiting. I was watching. I was like, one more catch, and then he had like.
I know that was driving me nuts. I did again.
We may have had commentary during the Monday.
We did. We did commentary.
But I did that to myself. I played the wrong quarterback. I'd have beat you by 19 points if I stayed with Josh Allen. So that's my bad.
I don't know why you take Josh Allen out. If he's playing,
I overthought it. I overthought myself into something stupid, and then I did it. So shame on me.
All right. So, Mr. Virgil Brooks, not your week.
Not my week, no.
Not the last 3 weeks. It hasn't been your week. Mr. Patrick Larson beating Official League barely, 117-105, even though Official League had 3 players with 0 points.
And they had one empty slot.
Yep. Mr. Zach Prophet, 121 over Mrs. Mayer. We're not going to say Mrs. Mayer score. We don't want to embarrass that. Racing for Rugs beat Mr. Terry McCutcheon, 139-80. And then, of course, in the Rivera household, yours truly held it together this week. Finally, I got a win over my wife. It's been like 2 years since I've actually beaten, so I'm very happy for this win, 117-88. I had to say that. And okay, so let's go over the rankings. And of course, we start at the very bottom, and that is Official League, followed by Mr. Terry McCutcheon and Mr. Eric Lichtenberg, all of them tied for. Actually, Official League has the slot all by themselves on last place. You're muted, Eric.
So do we all get a hat from Official League for?
I think that should be the prize. Absolutely.
If we can get in touch with the person running,
if we can get in touch with the social media person.
Apparently, I've sent them 3 messages and they have not seen.
I also sent them a message and nothing.
Yeah.
All right. So then you got Terry McCutcheon and Eric Lichtenberg tied for 12, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people technically tied for 7th place, which is, here we go, Mrs. Wise, Mr. Virgil Brooks, Mr. Donnie Wise, Mrs. CFO, Dad Hat CFO, and Mr. Zach Prophet. All right. 5th place. What's up, Jolly?
Jolly.
5th place, you got yours truly and Mr. Justin Kish, Racing for Rugs, tied for 5th place. And then we have a 3-way tie for 2nd, boys and girls. Mr. Eric Prophet, Mr. Tom Thrash, and Patrick Larson. And in 1st place, all by himself, at 7-2, Mr. Zach Beeson at the top of the DHC Sports Show Fantasy Football League. So those are your standings and scores for this week. Congratulations to all the winners and all the losers next week. There's always next week. So there you go. Those are the scores. I felt good to say that. It felt good.
Really felt good to say that. Good.
I'm
glad. I'm glad.
Yeah. It felt really good. It felt pretty good. Yeah.
And see, Ed, you had a good NFL week because the Browns were not playing.
No, they still find a way to lose because they did stupid trades today. They didn't do shit. Oh, they're going to be buyers. They didn't do shit. Oh, another fucking 6th round pick. Are you kidding me?
The trade deadline was really kind of anticlimactic, in my opinion.
Very. And now that's all I'm going to say on that. Oh, God help me with that team.
Well,
you don't play and you still find a way to lose.
They did all right for what they did.
Oh, damn.
My 1-game win streak.
Yeah. Exactly.
There it is. Yeah, it was very anticlimactic on the when it came to the trades. Now the Colts made a really nice trade. I think that's going to be a good one for them, right? Like, I mean, they're at the top of their division right now. They need some help at the corner. Yes, they gave up a lot of picks. I did see a meme out there with what's her name, the owner, saying "F them picks." So that was kind of funny.
I was about to say, do you think that's a fair? Actually, I'm not going to say a fair trade because I think really Jets probably got the better out of that with the 2 first-rounders. Well, do you think Sauce was really is worth 2 first-rounders? Is the question I have.
Well, I think it's going to be a TBD. How's that? TBD.
I think he's worth one of the 2. The second one will be determined because you couldn't use a first-round pick next year and get somebody as good as him. I don't think to begin with. So.
And also, the Jets need a lot of help, right? So they need some draft capital to go into the draft to pick up a lot of players that they need. That team is depleted, right? So they need the help. So I think it's a for right now. If Sauce Gardner turns out to be a good player, better player than he was with the Jets, with the Colts, that's a win-win. but I'm going to put it as TBD to see how he plays out for the rest of the year.
Well, when you
he might just get reignited, right? He might just
I was going to say, when you're playing for a crap team with a crap owner like the Jets, and you're one of the best players out there, and you're just going through the motions, and all of a sudden you get on a team that's clicking and got a chance for the playoffs, you're like, all right, let's go. I'll do what you need me to do. Just tell me what to do, and I'll do it. Like you put your ego aside. A lot of these guys do, and just be like, all right, what do you need me to do?
What you need, coach.
Yep. So he'll be fired up, ready to roll.
I'm excited for that. An interesting pick. Interesting trade by the Dallas Cowboys. They give up a lot more, draft capital. Picked up a defensive lineman and a linebacker. So it's interesting. They do need a lot of help at defense. So they concentrated on defense there. And so we'll see how that plays out. Bless you.
Thank you.
So I'm intrigued by what they've done. Again, I think also their offense has been atrocious. So, their offensive line has been pretty damn bad. Eric, what you think?
Sorry, I was distracted by the little one and the wife.
Oh, you're good.
They were just in here and bothering me.
I got you. Then Mr. Virgil or Donnie, any thoughts on these trades today?
I'm actually going through them because I haven't seen them. So
has there ever been a trade where both teams are the loser? Because I feel like the Jacoby Myers trade is what that was.
Right.
Like he wanted to get traded, and then he goes to probably I don't think a good fit for him with Jacksonville.
But they're a better team than Vegas.
They're a better team with Travis Hunter.
Yes.
With Travis Hunter being hurt, your guy Brian Thomas, you've been complaining that he's not doing anything. Well, he's been nursing that ankle, but maybe this is a weapon that'll free him up a little bit.
And when Travis Hunter comes back, that's a legit wide receiver core.
How many snaps on defense has he been getting?
Not a lot.
Because I didn't know if hey, that's fine. You could do that in college, but now you're against the big boys. Is that kind of why he's gotten beat up playing both sides?
It could. He's still he still plays both sides of the ball. So
I think he's been playing less defense than offense, though. But they've also had a couple of guys out that wide receiver.
That they needed him more on the offensive side.
Yeah.
In the first 7 games, he has played 154 defensive snaps compared to 305 offensive snaps.
Yeah.
So
and Jacoby Myers is not a bad receiver. He's just was on a bad team. So I think he's a good weapon for Jacksonville to have. He's an experienced guy. I think he'll take some of the pressure off of. I don't know if Brian Thomas has been getting doubled or not because he is their best receiver in my opinion. Anyway, but I had Jacoby Myers on my fantasy team, and I'm still getting some points out of him with the Vegas Raiders. So hopefully, I'll get more points now that he's with Jacksonville. So
see, the thing with Thomas Jr. is that I feel like he's I feel like he has an injury that's not being disclosed.
Yeah,
because he's come back from the wrist injury. He's out with the thigh injury now.
Ankle, but Brian Thomas. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's banged up this year.
Yeah.
You may have already mentioned it, but I don't understand Quinnen Williams to the Cowboys. Cowboys are not a contender. I know they got rid of Micah, but what do they need him for? Is he that good of a defensive player?
He is. I have him on fantasy, and he's been crushing it with the Jets defense.
Why
he's just
did he go to a contender then?
Exactly. I don't know.
That one did.
That's a different story. We none of us think that the Cowboys are contenders, right? But they also got they got a linebacker from Cincinnati, so they're looking at it as I think they're looking at it for more for next year than this year.
Typical Cowboys fan.
Quinnen Williams is a much better rush defensive player.
Next year's our year
than Mozzie Smith was. Mozzie Smith has not turned out to be the guy they thought he was going to be when they picked him. I think they wasted a first round pick on him. Quinnen Williams has been just a cork in the defense for run game. So and the Cowboys couldn't stop the run. So
Isn't that
it's
what
not
they
going to
need, though?
help. It's not going to help them probably get to the playoffs, but it's going to help them probably not lose to teams like Arizona.
The Cowboys got bigger problems.
Still don't know.
Oh, they do.
I don't understand how you lose that game.
This is a Jerry Jones ego pick. He let Micah go, and he's been fighting all year long to get a defensive lineman that can stop the run and maybe get some pass rush. Quinnen Williams can do some pass rush too if he gets through the line. So it's just Jerry trying to stroke his own ego that, hey, I fixed the Micah Parsons thing.
He wants to be the smartest person in the room.
Exactly.
And he's still the biggest dumbass.
Exactly.
Listen, I'll give the Jones this. I'll give the Joneses this. Like, they have made the Cowboys what they are right now. As far as, like, entertainment value and valuation of a team and all of that, they're great at that. Amazing. They need to they need to relinquish GM powers and bring somebody in that knows football and actually can turn this team around. Because what have the Cowboys have been done for how many years now? They've never been relevant when it comes to any kind of playoff status at all.
Yeah. Well, Jerry just can't get out of his own way, and this is another example of him not getting out of his own way, because in his mind, he is fixing the mistake that he didn't make in letting Micah Parsons go.
You mean the mistake that he made? Yeah, because that was a big...
I know, but he thinks he didn't make. He thinks that was the right move. But anyway, that's what he thinks he's doing. He's fixing something that he didn't do wrong.
Adonai Mitchell lets the ball go at the half-yard line one time, and they're like, we're trading you away. So Colts obviously got rid of him, picked up Sauce. Is Sauce what? I mean, he's good, but is he cracked up to, is he?
He's really good.
He's probably the best defensive player they had. Which,
yeah.
Does that say much?
I mean, a lot of his receivers they did kind of shut down. To be fair,
they're still not a bad defense even without Saleh. I mean, the Jets defense is going to be sorry now because they got rid of Quinnen Williams and Sauce Gardner. So that's going to be a huge impact on Jets defense the rest of this season. Because that's probably their best interior defensive guy and their best cover defensive guy are gone now on the Jets. So whatever they were doing to stop the run and stopping the pass, they're not going to stop anything now.
Another one that I think went under the radar, Rashid Shaheed going to Seattle, I think is going to be one that's interesting.
It's going to be good for Seattle.
Very good.
It's hard to say what he is just because he didn't have anybody to get him the ball.
Well, now he's got Darnold to get him the ball. I think he's going to light it up with Seattle.
Is Seattle, I mean, they're better, and I think they're good.
Yeah.
For sure.
We're really giving them a lot of credit.
I think this is what they need is somebody like him, because Rashid Shaheed has been, for the last 3 years, he has been probably the Saints' best receiver, in my opinion. And he just hasn't had anybody to get him the ball to where the rest of the league sees that. Because I've had him, again, I hate to always keep going back to fantasy, but I have him on a lot of fantasy leagues the last few years because he is one of those receivers that just, on a bad team, he still gets a lot of points. He still gets a lot of production. So now that you got somebody getting in the ball, he's going to be solid. True, if he's not injured, and he has had some injury issues, but not for a while. So
it makes me happy to see this. The Saints suck this bad because at least the Browns are not the worst team. But the problem is the Saints are so bad that they're going under the radar and making the Browns a worse team than they are.
I think the Saints are just trying. They're dumping anything that can help them win to get worse. I mean, this is a tank job, is what this is for New Orleans.
I love it for Cam Jordan because he's a piece of shit. So.
Did you write that down, Virgil?
Yes, I did. Going over some of the other games, just to go over the score for NFL games. Of course, we had Ravens Dolphins 28-6. Ravens are happy to have Lamar Jackson back, and they did also make a trade on defense for an edge rusher that I think will be pretty beneficial for them.
They play the Dolphins, so let's see when they play actual competition, see how they do.
I mean, that's fair.
The Browns beat them, but the Browns beat the Dolphins.
Patriots beat the Falcons 24-23. A lot closer than I think people were expecting. I don't really think that's an indictment on. I don't think that's really saying how good the Falcons maybe are. I think that's probably a sloppy game on that. We've got the Chargers beating the Titans 27-20. Titans really gave it the best shot. Defensive touchdown and a punt return touchdown for them. Yeah. And then the game that defense forgot. Bears beating the Bengals 47-42.
How do you three?
The Bears are the luckiest team. They've won a blocked field goal, made field goal as time expired, and then that tackle a guy. How do you not tackle him? You just let him run up the middle.
How do you let three defenders just like not tackle? That's just come on. I saw that live. I was like, oh, since he got this, because Flacco was like, ding, ding, let's go.
When I first saw that onside, it didn't go 10 yards, and I thought they touched it, but it hit the Bears dude.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, they're going to go down. They're going to take the lead here. Just gave him what apparently was way too much time. Thought he may get tackled, and then they could potentially get in field goal range. Nah, I just went right up the middle. Nobody. I'm like, what is this defense? And then what did Samantha say?
What?
Nothing. And then they
text message. Not on the. He lost his train of thought there.
Did you see
he lost his own train of thought? That was the funny thing.
Did you see what Chase said? I mean, he was like, didn't he say like make one stop? Like he was just so mad at the defense that you can't even.
I would be mad too.
They said that. Is that the first time ever? I just saw somebody in the reflection of that glass, so somebody's there. You keep making me lose. Virgil, you're distracting me over here. Didn't they say that's the first time a team's ever scored 38 points in back-to-back games in NFL history and lost both of them?
Yeah.
Yes.
They scored 38 and 41 or 2, and they lost 42. Both of them. Like, how bad is that defense where you're scoring basically 40 points a game and you're losing those games?
That's bad.
Now, he looked fine. I mean, he beat Green Bay the first time, gave them a scare the second time when he went over to Cincinnati. Should have beat the Bears this week. Like,
I feel bad for him, man, because he's been playing hella good.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand like what they can't figure out on defense, because I feel like it's pretty much always their defense.
And you know what the crazy part is? That division is so open still that anybody can win it, and they're shooting themselves in the foot by losing these games. Imagine if they win against. No offense to imagine if they're winning against Green Bay, and then they win against the Bears. Imagine if that happens.
Well, and I mean, if you're the Bears, how do you give up 2 touchdowns within the first or within the last 2 minutes of the game, and then you have to turn around and try to score again to win? I mean, that was 21 points in the last minute 43 of that game. That is insane.
Yeah.
41-27 ended up being a 47-42 game. It's like, what? You're the Bears. You can't be giving up 2 touchdowns like that.
No, there's no way.
We don't care about the Bears though, but they've gotten lucky on 3 of their wins already.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Everything good over there?
Yep. Okay. Then after that, we had the Steelers beating the Colts. The Colts have finally got their second
loss of the season.
Second loss of the season.
Yeah. Thanks for nothing on that, Patrick. Did anybody pick the Steelers?
Nope.
Thanks for nothing, Patrick.
And what's funny is Mike Grell texted me wanting to know how's Patrick doing. I said he was still in mourning, and he was confused because And he was texting about the Colts Steelers game, and I was like, I thought he was talking about the World Series. I'm like, he's still mourning the World Series.
He's like he does not care about the football game. His team is still in first place.
I know. It was like, yeah, it sucks that they're losing, but he's more worried about the World Series game right now.
49ers beat the Giants 34-24. Really nothing to report on that one. My claim about the Broncos being frauds are still valid right now. Because they beat the Texans 18-15 on a last-second field goal.
Jolly, he's crying.
Yeah, he's preparing for a business trip.
He's preparing. So I knew he was.
That's the least business guy ever.
I'm with you, Virgil. I don't trust the Broncos at all.
No, but every time that in our family picks that Mrs. Influencer picked against the Broncos, they would win. But then I said, the reason why you're not winning family picks is because you're not picking the Broncos. And then she has, and they've won the last couple times she's picked them. But she's like Donnie and refuses typically to pick because she can't stand them. So she usually doesn't pick them. But then she's like, well, why do I keep finishing last? Well, because you keep making picks of the team that you know is probably gonna win. But yeah, they're not really sold on them. I haven't watched really many of their games to know, is it sophomore slump? I mean, they're still, what are they 5-3?
The Broncos are 7-2.
7-2.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I don't think they're a good 7-2 team.
That's a fraudulent 7-2 team.
That's an early exit in the playoff team.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. Well,
even if they're
thing is,
even if they're at home,
because these are their wins. These are all their wins. Titans, Bengals, Eagles is a good win. Jets, Giants, Cowboys, Texans. I mean, the teams they've beat. They've lost to the Chargers. They've lost to the Colts.
So that's like Colts Jr.
Well, but they lost to the Colts by one point, and they lost to the Chargers by 3 points. So I mean, they are within 2 field goals or a little more than 2 field goals of being undefeated. To be honest,
I will bring Cholo Virgil back on Thursday.
From now on, you're the Cholo producer.
Oh gosh,
but that's just like the Colts though, because they finally lost again, but all their wins have been against basically those same teams.
True. Yeah. Dolphins, Broncos, Titans, Raiders, Cardinals, Chargers, Titans.
But see, the reason why I'm not calling Colts frauds is because they look better doing it. Broncos.
That's true. That's true.
They played head to head, right? And the Colts win that?
Yeah.
What was the score?
No, wait a minute. No. You said
Colts and Broncos?
Colts and Broncos? No, I don't think they played.
Are they planning on playing at all?
Let's see. No.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm sorry. No, they did. Yeah, the Colts beat the Broncos 29-28 game week 2.
Okay.
Yeah, so the Colts did beat them in week 2.
Yeah, I know you weren't on here earlier because you don't want to get on here. I don't know why you're typing instead of just getting on here. But as I told them, we aren't playing 5-12 teams in the playoffs, so we don't care about them. We play the good teams. We'll beat them in the regular season because that's who we're actually going to play in the playoffs. We're not going to play some scrub 5-12 team. So that's why we don't care about the Browns or the Panthers.
You may not care that they're not going to make it to the playoffs, but you should care for the fact that you're losing to teams that you should be beating.
That's fine. We don't care. We're not trying to get in the college football playoff. We don't have to have wins against these scrub teams. We'll win enough to make it in the playoffs, and we'll be fine.
So, Eric, here's your best example for Shannon on picking the Broncos because she doesn't like to pick the Broncos because she hates them, blah, 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 like you just said, and she keeps losing. Look who won the picks this week. The first time he picked the Ravens to win. Come on. If that's not an example.
To be fair, he also did not pick the Broncos.
No.
But that's not the point. He finally picked the team that he just never picks. He just I can't pick the Dolphins. I have to pick the Ravens.
Come on.
And he won the picks.
I had to pick the Ravens. The Miami Dolphins are that bad.
I'm just saying.
Well, I don't regret it. No regrets.
We'll test and see how many more Ravens games he's going to pick this year.
Yeah, right. Like let's not get ahead of ourselves. Also, by the way, if the playoffs started today, you know what team will be out of the playoffs?
Chiefs.
Yeah.
That, and I know we haven't really got to that game yet, but that I should have known better because they don't beat the Bills in the regular season ever.
I told Donnie this.
I don't see why they can't though. And then all of a sudden, oh, we're in the playoffs. Let's figure it out. And then the Bills can't ever beat them in the playoffs. Like, I don't understand that. How can you never beat them in the regular season, but then beat them every single time in the playoffs, like the AFC Championship?
Year. I told Donnie, it's like, and again, I'm going to give you shit, Donnie, because you benched them. But like, you should know better than to bench Allen during the season against
Even
the
if
Chiefs.
they would have lost to the Chiefs, it would have been a good,
it would not be on
scoring.
him. Yeah.
You see, like with the Bills team this year, I can't speak for the offense, but defensively, that's just not. They're not there, in my opinion.
Yeah, but offensively they are.
Offensively they are, yeah. But I mean, it's like I feel like this is a down Bills team almost.
Well, like I said, I completely overthought it and overthought myself into a bad move. So
I appreciate the win. Thank you.
I
let Rhonda
I'll still win the same amount of money.
I let Rhonda win, so then you could let me win. But then how did she play like that against me, but then get blown out by Zach?
It's almost like it's luck is part of it or something.
Oh, part of it?
Oh, crazy.
I didn't say how big of a part of it was.
That's true.
That's just crazy.
Going back to the scores, Vikings beat the Lions 27-24. Anything you guys take away from that?
No.
I didn't watch much of it, but JJ, I mean, now that he was back, I don't think they would have won with Wentz.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
No, God, no.
I was happy about that because I'd, at this point, rather see the Lions lose. That kept Green Bay with the loss in first place, but there's a big game on Thanksgiving where we go to Detroit, so it'll be interesting to see how that game plays out because both teams could be pretty good. But yeah, I was glad. I didn't see enough of it to know how well, if it was just the defense or if McCarthy did good enough. I don't know the stats on it, but a little surprising. I think pretty much everybody picked the Lions, didn't they?
Yes. McCarthy's line was 14 of 25 for 143 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. So, nah.
I mean, I thought we all thought, even with McCarthy coming back, he's probably not going to be that good because he's coming back from injury, and he had a pretty good day. So,
next game, Panthers, Packers, we've already kind of talked about. And then a game that I felt like I should have been compensated for. Jaguars and Raiders. Jaguars winning 30-29 in overtime. If there was a game that should have ended in a tie, it should have been this one, but the Raiders went for 2.
Yeah, I don't make sense for them.
So
you're right, Eric. 100%. Lichtenberg. McCarthy was good, not great, but better than Wentz. I think Wentz at this point, there's some quarterbacks that just need to just go away.
Yeah, he's not. I don't think anybody's going to offer him another contract whenever. I don't know what his contract with the Vikings is, if it's this year or what, but I can't see anybody bringing him in as a backup again anywhere else after this contract.
Well, it would also help if his coach decide not to, publicly execute him during the Rams game.
Bro, tell your boy to get out my mentions. He's over here crying to me on my phone because I'm giving him a hard time because his team suck.
I mean,
speaking of a team that sucks, the Saints lost to the Rams 34-10.
Happy to see that.
We've already gone over the Bills and the Chiefs, and then Seahawks beat the Commanders 38-14. Wolf, Commanders, man.
Jaden Daniels year 2.
I feel so bad for him.
I mean, he doesn't have McLaurin, but even then, when he has, they have not been good this year.
Day-to-day.
Were they NFC Championship last year?
Yeah.
That's against the Eagles. Like I don't know what happened to them. I know injuries. Both of McLaurin and Daniels have been out at points this year, but even then, when they've been in there, they haven't.
Austin Eckler also out for the year for them.
Yeah, that's true.
So I mean that team has been decimated by injuries, and now at this point, dude, just shut it down. Go on a losing streak and start losing games because you need picks now.
And then the Cardinals on Monday beat the Cowboys 27-17, which I took great joy in, especially with percent.
Well, yeah, anytime Dallas loses, it's great, but how do you lose to – man, that's –
yeah, when the Cowboys lose, America wins.
Yeah, right. This is why they are America's team, America's loser.
Yeah.
I just got Twisted Tea to follow me on Twitter. Show sponsor, maybe?
Hey, let's
Bring
do it.
On.
I'll drink the hell out of some Twisted Tea.
How much begging did it take for that to happen?
Nah, they just said anybody that retweets this post will follow back. So pretty easy.
Oh, wow.
It's always a catch with that. Always a catch with that.
But hey, listen, at least you get the follow.
That's right.
That's all that matters. I like it. I like it a lot.
How soon do they go in and unfollow all the people that they started following? Give it 3 weeks.
As soon as they start seeing some of the stuff that some of these people are putting, I'm like, oh shit, never mind.
Yep.
Taking this one back.
Speaking of putting stuff on that will probably cause people to unfollow.
Okay.
College basketball started yesterday. I don't know if anybody really knew this.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Clemson won by 50 over New Hampshire.
Chalk.
Yeah,
Donnie, they're playing New Hampshire. Calm down.
We had some pretty good games to watch. We also had some shocking games. Bethune-Cookman took Auburn to overtime, and man, if there was ever an upset I wanted to happen more than anything, it's that one. But of course, with that, we have to start something again because sometimes I just don't want to follow Oklahoma State. I want to follow more. And last season we did something about following a coach. You know what? Let's visit back our old friends. So, ladies and gentlemen,
content.
Yeah.
So, for those asking, so this is where I will chronicle every single Green Bay game to see if Doug Gottlieb will win or not. So let's go on. Yes, we are doing this again. This time we're going to do something a little different with this. So last year, the reason why we did this was because of his comments before the Northern Michigan game, or Michigan Tech, I don't remember which team, about playing Nowhere State, and it ended up losing to them. So after that and a dismal conference beginning, I decided to track them and say, hey, let's see how they do in the conference to see how long it takes them to win a conference game. And it took a while, but they finally got there. So they finished with 6 wins in the season last year. And so this year we're going to do something different. We're going to follow every game until they make it to 10 wins. So I'm officially calling this season of Gottlieb Watch. Gottlieb Watch, road to 10.
I got the under on the 6.
You got the under on this. Oof. Well, we'll find out. We'll find out there. So this is their very first game we got going here on the road to 10. This could be something quite easy for them. Maybe a D3 school, a D2 school in Washington, something that easy. You want to give them a win, build up the crowd and give them hope for that. So let's see who their first game is against. Oh no. Oh, this is bad. This is terrible. So yes, Green Bay's first game was against the Kansas Jayhawks on Monday. This is at Allen Fieldhouse. I put the spread there just for effect. So
did you put the win streak of opening college basketball games that KU's on now?
So I was so focused on trying to find their non-conference streak that I didn't even think about that stat. That would have been a good stat to have.
I think it's 58 years in a row now.
Winning their first game of the season?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Kansas has won 58, like I said, like Mr. Prophet has said, 58 years in a row winning their first game. Now, that streak was in danger, of course. Was that streak in danger on yesterday? I don't know. I watched the game. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. So the question I have for you guys, did Doug Gottlieb go into Lawrence and beat the Kansas Jayhawks?
No way. The spread. Look at the spread, 28.5. Are you out of your mind?
Let me ask you this question, Ed. Do you think they covered?
No.
Did K? Are you asking did KU cover or did Green Bay cover?
Did Green Bay cover?
Well, I can't answer that because I watched the game, obviously.
Yes.
Also, so your third little, I'd say bullet point, but that's a triangle. Darren Peterson only played basically the first half. He's been dealing with the bad cramps, so I don't know how he can't get those under control, but he didn't really play much of the second half. So did that factor into that 28.5 point spread? We'll find out.
You can just tell him that you can just say that he was afraid to play Doug Gottlieb at Green Bay, and I understand that. So, Donnie, what do you think? Do you think Green Bay covered this spread?
I can't say either because I know what happened.
I swear, you guys cannot stop looking ahead of this.
I actually wasn't trying to look for that. I was trying to look for something else.
The answer is no.
And no, they didn't cover.
No, not.
I'm going to purposely not watch any of these games so that way I can, at the very least, you can ask me.
I didn't have much choice, though. It was my team.
You're Kansas fan,
right.
Yeah.
And I actually was just looking for something else. As we were talking about this, I was looking for something else and
Sure.
You just happened to come across the Green Bay Phoenix game. I mean, come on. You expect
I was searching something about them. I didn't realize the score was going to pop up right there. So, my bad.
That's okay. So, yes, Doug Gottlieb is starting the season winless so far. But listen, sometimes the road to 10 wins has some potholes. Sometimes it has a sinkhole. This was a black hole.
Yeah, they didn't have a shot.
Did you see those uniforms, though?
I did see the uniforms.
So I don't know if there's a way to pull it up, like on Twitter or whatever. So it was, what was it? Indian Heritage.
For Kansas?
No, so Green Bay, but they had Haskell University, which is an Indian Nation school, basically right there on the edge of Lawrence. And they helped design and put Green Bay, and I forgot what language it is, but they had like these kind of tribal jerseys with the kind of wording on it. So it was kind of cool.
That's what Green Bay was wearing in the Kansas game?
Yeah.
Because they're playing Haskell.
Yeah, Haskell's, yeah. They're playing Haskell, but Haskell helped them kind of design these uniforms. They were talking about it, but yeah.
So that's what they were.
Okay.
Kanata K and Oniate Ka. Yeah, so they had those jerseys yesterday. And for, let's see, what's it say?
I'll just read it out here. The lines along the bottom of the jersey represent original designs that are often featured on, I'm not going to pronounce that correctly, clay pottery. The significance of the sky domes is that they represent the sky over the earth, and the sky dome protects and sustains life below. So, this is really a nice touch to see.
Yeah, no, I thought it was kind of cool that they were in those uniforms.
Cool.
And then Gottlieb had a pullover jacket on that had the kind of logo and the words on it and everything. So, no, I thought overall it was cool that they did that. But yeah, Haskell, it's going to go play. I think they're going to Green Bay to play, but I don't even know what they are. I don't think they're even D2, or maybe they're, I don't know, whatever, but they're basically on the outskirts of Lawrence, just kind of on the western edge of Lawrence.
It just says Haskell Indian Nations fighting Indians. Let's see if this got any other information.
My great uncle, I think, might have gone there and did a lot with that school.
So you got me curious about that. Yep, they Haskell is November 29th.
Yep.
So we'll do a little showcase on them when we get the Gottlieb watch. Now, of course,
the Gottlieb watch.
Now, of course, doesn't end with one game. Next game we've got Friday. They're going to Buffalo to play the Bulls.
Give me the Bulls on that one.
Let me see if that game has a line yet. I do not think it does.
Going to the black market. Here we go.
It's got an ESPN predictor, but it doesn't have a line. And the predictor gives the Bulls a 66.5% chance of winning. So will Doug Gottlieb win this game? Find out next Tuesday as we report on this, and maybe even another game that happens in between the shows.
Interesting.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the conclusion to our first Gottlieb watch.
It makes me feel good to have the Gottlieb watch. I'm not gonna lie, it does feel good to have him back.
I said I'll be curious if there's actually improvements or not.
Not with him. No, I don't think so. That's why I got the under on the 6 games.
Nah, I think they'll be better. This dude and his. Never mind. No, I think they'll be a little bit better. Will they get to 10? Maybe. I don't know. I'd have to see their schedule.
That was what I was trying to look up, was the schedule, and I didn't realize that when I did that first game was. I mean, I should have. I wasn't even thinking about that. It was going to pop up that game was going to be right there, but I was curious who they played, especially early in the season before they get into their conference.
I tried to tell him, Virgil, not to have his computer up to try to question you on every little thing, your spreads and your lines and everything. I'm just say.
I don't have the dark web for the spreads and lines on these games.
Well, no, but you wouldn't have seen that score if you didn't.
I should have just waited till we were done and then looked up their.
Only reason I knew is because I watched the game.
Yeah.
See, Donnie likes to open his Christmas gifts like 2 days before. It's pretty much what I'm getting from this.
True. I usually just go buy what I want for Christmas.
But when it comes to other games, they only play one other Power 4 team in the week, and everything else is kind of, I would say, close to their level, and maybe some higher. But we'll get there when we get a chance.
We'll get there when we get there.
We'll get there when we get there. But as of right now, he ain't there.
Ooh, Phil, I don't know, man. That's a tough one.
Yes, he will be.
He will be.
Because this is the first year after his
so much money.
This first year after his son being gone, well, both his sons being gone, the Heisman winner being gone, you knew it's going to be a down year because they lost their 2 best guys. Yeah, there's no way they're getting rid of him already.
Hey, Ed,
you
could go watch him in person. December 23rd, Green Bay plays at Campbell. You could go heckle him in person.
And Donnie will be opening his presents there.
Well, if I'm here, though, I might be taking a trip to Puerto Rico for the holidays.
Okay.
If I'm here.
I was hoping he was going to be somewhere closer because I was kind of debating. Like if they were playing like at Troy or if they were playing at UAB, like my ass would have been there.
Gottlieb, you suck.
Not the rest of you?
Not the rest of me, no.
Hey, if that was going to happen, I'd make some Gottlieb watch T-shirts for us to wear to the game because I would meet you for that.
No, what I would do is just.
All right, Virgil, you're coming to Campbell?
Come on, I'll do it.
No, what I will do is that, like those old, or not like movies or sitcoms where someone's like spying and they're in a bush with binoculars. I'll just be like that in a bush in a seat with binoculars.
Yeah.
And someone's going to ask, what's that bush doing there? And says, don't worry about it.
Yep. Don't be a stalker.
Well, that is not stalking. I am doing everybody a public service is what I'm doing. I am watching Doug Gottlieb games, so you do not have to. Except for Eric, because his team was playing. So let's talk about some of these college games that happened last week. First off, let's start with probably the one that everybody's talking about. Donnie, what the hell happened?
We've already covered that.
No.
We've already covered that.
You knew we were going to cover this today.
I don't remember what I said. I can't say all that again.
Come on, James Franklin to Clemson. Let's go. James Franklin to Clemson. Let's go.
This is what happened. Our defense
sucks.
We can't stop anything. So you'll appreciate this, Ed. Yesterday I was sitting up there at the campground and I looked down at my phone and one of the guys I follow does a sports show off of the Fan in Greenville, South Carolina. And he posted something about Clemson. Well, they had a guy who was a Clemson insider on the show. So I clicked on it and was listening. And one of my comments to them I started commenting back to them on the chat was our defense was like a strainer trying to hold water, and it just wasn't. Like it just everything was going right through it. We gave up big plays. We can't stop anything run or pass right now. And offense was clicking. We were scoring. We're making some plays. We just couldn't stop anybody. And like I said Monday morning, the reason the reason we lost wasn't the PI at the end of the game, but that was a wrong call. That was a bad call. That was on the guy for them. It was not on us. It was offensive pass interference, but we were already in a position where we shouldn't have been to begin with. So it is what it is, and it sucks. Yeah. So hopefully Dabo continues to make some changes. I don't know. This guy that they had on there actually yesterday was asked about Tom Allen specifically, because in fact I posed the question to them. Is Tom Allen a 1-year mistake and they go away from him? Would you fire him after 1 year because the defense just looks horrible? And the response from the Clemson insider guy was, Tom Allen's safe. That's a good hire. He's just got to get his players in there. And then my comment was, I'm tired of I've got to get my own players. You work with what you've got until you get what you want.
You adapt.
You adapt to what you have until you get what you want. And I'm sick and tired of he can't do it without his kind of players. And the guys on the show agreed with me on that comment. They were like, yeah, Donnie's right on this one. Like you got to take the players you have and adjust your defense or your scheme to the players you have if you don't have the type of players for your scheme. Wow.
I'm sorry. One minute. I'm sorry. I have to do this.
Oh God!
We need some type of I was gonna say we need music or something.
Look at this thing.
You're welcome for that.
Just look at this thing. This is I want this. This is amazing.
Same. I sent that to my wife, so hopefully soon, the next couple of days for dinner, we will have that.
That looks good and so bad for you at the same time.
Phil, what do you think?
A bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich between 2 cinnamon rolls. Sign me up.
Wow.
Phil, I want to hear, and Phil's one of our big food guys here. I want to hear Phil's thoughts on this.
Now, do you have this with the yolky egg, or do you want, or do you want it?
Not me.
I feel like I might go into food coma watching. I'm with you, Jolly. I'm with you. My God, it's beautiful. It needs to be an alternate identity.
For real.
Sorry, I had to
you need to get the Wichita Wind Surge to adjust the chili buns to this. The cinnamon bun sandwich.
That's what I'm saying. But do you want
again?
All right. So Donnie said no on the yolk, on the runny egg.
I don't
what
like
about you,
egg.
Virgil? Or
I think this would be better with a not runny egg, in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, either way, but I'd probably say without.
Also,
if I had a choice between the two.
Also, Virgil, did you hear what Donnie said about yolky egg? That he does not like.
No. I don't like a runny.
I can't look at you the same anymore.
Rhonda loves a runny egg. I do not.
Oh my God! And I've been on.
She gets mad at me when I scramble the eggs because they get a little brown. Because I like a little brown crust. I like cooked eggs.
That's why you like Virgil.
She likes them like fluffy and still a little runny. I'm like, no. See, I've been on a ramen kick lately, and you know how they have the egg when you boil it, but then the yolk is not fully like all the way done, and it's still runny. It is so good. Oh my God! No.
So I apologize for that quick aside, but we had to talk about that. So Donnie, back to Clemson being terrible.
Well, again, Dabo has to make changes. I think he will. I think he's earned the equity to have a season like this. Unfortunately, again, I hope that Riley is gone. I hope that that's one decision he does make.
Fire him.
Your eggs are kind of. See, she doesn't like I like the eggs well cooked, well done. I don't like my steak well done. I like my eggs well done.
No, I'm with you on the steak. The steak it cannot be well done.
No, but my eggs I like. Yeah. But
no, you need a little. You need some red in there on the steak. You cannot have it well done.
Absolutely.
What this means is it's about time for visits the Grits house again.
Yep.
Oh, she made a nice pot of grits on. I think I sent you guys the pictures. She made some grits at the campground. Yeah.
I haven't had any grits in a long time, and I kind of am.
I want to see what the 2026 shirts are going to look like.
We got to figure out where we're going, so I can come up with a theme.
Rhonda, where do you want to go 2026?
She'll get back to you. That's all I've got on later. We got to see what Dabo does. Hopefully, he'll make the changes. He does have to cut out the nepotism in the assistant coaches as well, and I think the administration's going to get on him a little bit with that.
Man, hell yeah, they should though, man. Yeah. Come on, man. And then now you're saying that he's safe. Come on, bro. Like, you can't be doing these things, man. Like,
well, I mean, the thing is, if you look at it overall, the talent's there. We haven't lost most of these games by much. It's just we've made dumb mistakes and not been on the same page, and that's all coaching. But I don't know what about the coaching is not clicking with the guys. So
you're still losing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still a loss. Like, I mean, it's still a loss. Texas. Still a loss.
Yeah.
Is that a question or an excitement?
That was excitement. Like, give me all the options.
Give me everything.
Salt Lake City. And I don't remember what else we talked about.
That's the only one you've presented is Salt Lake City. And I said something about somewhere else.
What I want to do is go like and I know you said it probably wouldn't work for you, but go like in April when it's not frigid but still snow on the mountains, and go see the new Salt Lake B Stadium, and then go to BYU to see their stadium, because if you've seen those pictures, BYU's baseball stadium with the mountains and the snow in the background, that's kind of what I want to do. So it's like April-ish.
It had to be late April, early May. My issue is if we waited and I get that that's kind of our sweet spot slot to try and get the college games in.
Mm-hmm.
But there's also a lot of college summer ball that's not going to start till the end of May, early June in the surrounding area as well. So I don't know.
I mean, going to NCAA game versus a collegiate Woodback game, I mean, that's kind of a like trade-off in my opinion.
Well, we could also pick up Utah because they play at Smith's Ballpark, the old.
We need to see the college schedules, and I don't know, are those out yet for those guys? I know Clemson's just came out, so I haven't looked.
Wichita State's is out, so like the Americans out. Big 12. I don't know. I don't think I've seen KU's.
Let me take a look at that while you're talking about that. I'm not going to.
I mean, if we can find out if there's an overlap with Utah, BYU, and the Bees, then I would be all for a trip like that.
Well, and see, that's the only thing. That's the Bees aren't going to start till April, and then you're getting into towards the end of the college season. So it's kind of, it'd have to be kind of right in that area.
Yeah.
But I know you said
for us, it would have to be late April, early May.
Looks like they've got their non-conference out. No, they've got a conference out
for BYU and Utah.
Well, they're Oklahoma State, sorry. But Oklahoma State has it, then some of the other Big 12 schools will probably have it.
Yeah, I'll have to look to see, because I usually try to get down to.
I'll pull it up real quick.
O'Brate to see. Usually right around the home season opener.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'm gonna scroll down. Let's see what they've got for the latter part of April at home.
You should go to that one.
What'd you say?
Well, here you go.
They play Gardner Webb at O'Brate. You should go to that one.
When?
March 6th through the 8th. It's just so you can say you've seen Gardner Webb.
I saw them play, I think, 2 years ago against Austin Peay.
Oh, then you don't need to see Gardner Webb then.
Was that the Governors?
Yeah, Austin Peay is the Governors, yes.
Well, here you go. This is what you want to see, Eric. And I don't know if we could do it. What have we got May 16th? May 14th, 15th, 16th, BYU hosts KU in Provo baseball.
But is Utah or Salt Lake Bees?
I don't know. We'd have to look at that because they actually BYU and Utah play each other April 30th, May 1st, May 2nd at Provo.
Well, I've been to Smith's Ballpark. It's fine. I don't know if you'd want to, because you can see mountains from both the other stadiums too. So it's just a matter of if you'd want to do, if you care to see Smith's Ballpark, or I want to go to Provo.
For me, I would go to Smith's just to say I've been there. Just kind of like go ahead and mark that one off.
Which I did that, but they haven't.
So let's see, April. Okay, so the Bees are at home the week of the 28th through May 1st. So that would overlap right there.
They're home against that.
They're also home against El Paso that other weekend.
So I'd wear my EP hat, and I could see BYU. So yeah, we could see BYU and
let's see what
Salt Lake.
Utah's.
If you want to throw in another college that's in that area too, Utah Valley also has a baseball team. A little bit on the lower levels of college baseball, but still.
I mean, lower level.
Basically my levels.
I'm just looking to see if Utah is actually at home also. Bingo. Utah is at home that same weekend against Baylor.
14th, 15th, 16th of May.
Yeah.
Do you ask Rhonda, check your schedule?
I don't know why I know the 21st we're going to Knoxville to see the Bananas. I think that's.
By the way, Joe, if he's still here, two things. One, pepperoni balls. My God. Some marinara sauce and some red pepper flakes. Oh, have mercy.
I've not had it yet.
I like the sound of that. I actually use the ranch
right here.
We haven't opened those yet.
I was eating on those earlier today. However, my 4-year-old is obsessed and loves the ketchup chips.
I'm okay on the ketchup ones.
I don't mind them, but
I don't mind
4-year-old loves them. Dad, can I have some ketchup chips?
For me, I feel like the ketchup chip's only good if you're eating hot dogs.
No, man, that's fine.
Oh, okay, I can see that.
I mean that's just my opinion. I didn't hate them. I like them, but it's just
I'll have my review on Thursday of both of those because we haven't opened those bags yet. So
I have not had the pepperoni
mix a bowl of
yet.
both of them together and just take handfuls, and we'll get to review that way.
Okay. But Joe, I'm gonna have to put an order for these, man. Because bro, these are good.
Yeah,
all right, we need to get
earlier.
Patrick, if you're on here, look at your schedule May 14th, 15th, 16th. Let us know.
He's got some business conference because he's some business guy.
That would actually be pretty cool because we could see BYU versus Kansas, Utah versus Baylor, and see the Bees versus El Paso.
So I'll wear my KU and my El Paso. So 2 of the 3 teams I'll be going for the visitors.
That'd be a good weekend.
Ed, I guess we're not invited.
No, you guys are, but you don't get the shirts. This is just a Rhonda Donnie.
God damn, bro, that's just messed up as hell.
With our face imposed AI.
I didn't say that. They can.
Eric, you are like you can come, but you're not with our group.
He's just mad he didn't get a CBM shirt.
I'll give him a CBM shirt.
I got the Grits House last year, but that was the only year of the 3 that I've been. But we didn't get anything like as the group, just the one that Donnie and Rhonda made for us.
I could make you a shirt even if you weren't there. I've got extra iron-ons.
The one that you made for last year, the Grits House, you didn't have the schedule on the back. I wish we could redo.
I didn't think about that then. Yeah,
because you did it for the San Francisco one. Yeah. Maybe see if you can do another one with the same.
I'm not going to redo it for the Grits.
Come
House.
on,
it is what it is. It's vintage. It was the first one.
Vintage.
Then we learned
vintage.
So now I've got to come up with. Joe, the CBM shirts were for the.
Those were good.
Yeah, but we only did those for the CBM people. We didn't do them for everybody. Although, Joe, I could send you one. I've got extra.
He sent you that.
I can make you one. Yeah, I'll get you one, Joe.
Joe will get one just because. Again, Joe, I got to put an order for these suckers because man, hot damn.
I'll get you one, Joe. I've got some of the iron-ons on the floor over here somewhere, so I'll make you up one.
good news,
Just
Donnie.
message me the size shirt you want.
So Windsurge are out of, that's another thing. Windsurge are on the road. What about Columbia that weekend? Or do you care?
I'm already going to miss like 3 homestands as it is with our schedule.
So Wichita's on the road that weekend. Zach's, if they make state for high school, that might be that weekend. However, their summer ball doesn't start till Memorial weekend. So I think that weekend might work. Bye, Ed. Virgil, May 15th, 16th, 17th. We're going to Utah, Salt Lake City.
This is what messes me up. The Fireflies do a 2-week road trip, so they're home and away flip. So they are home that weekend.
You'll have to miss that then. It'll be fine.
I'm gonna probably end up seeing a lot of Tuesday, Wednesday Fireflies games this year because of the weekends that we're going to be gone.
Yeah, I'll make a note to block that time off.
What we'll have to decide which games, which days.
Yeah, Patrick says he's in. By the way, he just texted me and you.
Oh, I didn't. Okay, awesome, sweet. But then, if that's the case, if these bozos will come, then we'll have to add them to our secret chat.
No, we don't.
Okay.
They can get a shirt. They can't get in the chat.
We'll just add Patrick to the secret chat.
We got enough chats going on as
everyone's got a secret chat with everybody, apparently.
Well, that was our Cali-Palooza chat.
So. Yeah, you got to change the name of it now. And the logo. Got to change both of those.
Well, just consider me a special guest star. You don't have to add me to
and
you can be a feat.
16th and 17th. I think you're penciled in if you can come to Salt Lake City.
Salt Lake City, what days?
May 15th, 16th, 17th.
Okay.
No, it's 14th, 15th, 16th. Well, yeah, it depends on which games we're going on which days, because I think Utah is only Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Let's see. Let me go back. Utah schedule is Thursday, Friday, Saturday. 14th, 15th, 16th, they play Baylor. BYU is also 14th, 15th, 16th. So the college games are Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
So that must be the final weekend before the Big 12 tournament.
Yeah,
then.
It is, because that's the end of their schedules.
I don't know that there's going to be much snow on the mountains, though, which is fine. Maybe at the top, but it'll still be fine.
And to your point, Virgil, on Tuesday, May 12th, BYU plays Utah Valley also in Provo.
So, I mean, I can sneak off to that one just a second. Because I think there's four college baseball teams in Utah.
Is this turning into a mini CBM weekend?
No, this will be a DHC thing. This is a DHC Sports thing.
This will be a DHC.
This is not a CBM thing. Not a sanctioned CBM.
So, yeah, because I think Utah Valley has one, and then the other one's like Utah Tech, which is way down in the Southwest, and that one's going to be kind of hard to do. I thought Weber State was going to have a team, but they do not.
I can't stop eating these damn chips.
There's a lot. Wife's gone, and it's like, I got to eat all the chips.
All right, these are mine. They stay in a little nook in my office.
I'm almost out, but those little coffee chocolate
I ate all of those all by myself.
They're so good.
I think I've got one or two left.
Into those yet.
I'm not a coffee drinker.
They're so
good. You know these are coffee. I'm like, I don't care.
They're delicious. I love coffee flavored beer, stouts, anything coffee flavored, anything but coffee itself.
Yeah, I can't stand coffee.
So you have one left, Lynn? Utah's the only one? Have you seen baseball in Hawaii?
She must have. I know she went to Alaska.
She went to Alaska, but...
And Joe's right. The 6-game homestands do suck for road trips.
I hate them. Absolutely hate them. The 6-game homestands. I absolutely hate them.
I actually don't mind them as much as I feel like with collegiate now and independent, like finding a Monday game is like almost like finding its way. It's like finding gold at that point.
Oh, okay. 12 to go.
Oh, that just checks off another state.
Yeah.
She's got 12 to go. Okay.
Yeah, I picked up Utah last year. Yeah, last year.
Yeah, I've not been to Utah, period. So that'll be new.
I've been to Salt Lake on a business trip, probably going on 20 years ago.
I want to go to Utah. I've always wanted to go to Utah.
Yeah.
I wanted to go that. What's that hiking that? Oh my God. That
Zion.
Zion, yeah.
Zion. I'm putting this down on my calendar here.
You know who I was surprised about? I like New Mexico as a whole. New Mexico's a cool state.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've been through a few different times.
Mm-hmm.
One of these.
Let me go ahead and close this.
We're nowhere near literally anything, but you guys, if you haven't been, have to get to El Paso.
I've been to El Paso.
I do want to get to that as
Their
well.
ballpark is awesome. The food scene's great there.
I've been to El Paso itself, and then I crossed the border. But I went there when it was like 1,000 degrees, and it was just stupid hot. I picked up some sweet Thai chili and lemon pepper potato chips. Sounds weird, but no, that actually sounds damn good. Actually, I kind of want to try it.
Yeah, El Paso's on my list of places that I'd like to go to at some point.
My goal is to make it to the Pacific Northwest. That's my goal. I want to make it up there. Yeah. Oh, so bad.
And just for Rhonda, it's a 30-hour drive if we want to drive it.
Hey, if you're doing that, come pick me up as you go through.
He'll sleep 27 out of the 30.
That's perfect.
Well, I think if
that sounds
awesome.
Driving
out of this batch will probably be me.
I'm doing a Pioneer League road trip late in June 20th to July 18th. Got to hit Casper, Wyoming, Sioux Falls Canaries, and those Pioneer League teams, Montana, Idaho, before the league doesn't exist anymore. Wow. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. You can't go. Yeah, that's fair.
And throw a random Sioux Falls in there. That's not in the Pioneer League.
I mean, I remember this day. It was like, I was driving to Omaha Storm Chasers, and all of a sudden I meet Donnie there. I'm like, who the hell? Like, and then that's where we had our runs us. Remember that?
I think Jim was the only one that knew Rhonda and I were coming. You guys didn't know it at all.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
Donnie, I just looked, and Ed, cover your ears. The Firefighters and the Coconuts play here in Wichita the weekend before that, so that won't mess up anything.
Speaking of, my wife approves of both the Coconuts and the
Clowns.
The Clowns, yep.
So
she's like, "Well, I like the Coconuts especially." I'm like,
"Yeah." You need to talk her into the Birmingham September trip, where the Coconuts play the Clowns and Rickwood.
So we're gonna have Ed go into a banana ball game finally.
I've been to a banana ball game.
He's been to one.
Oh, that's right.
I got him tickets to one in Durham.
The closest that Cosmic is coming is Oklahoma City, and I got on the waiting list, so we'll see if I can get tickets for that.
Yeah, I put myself on the list for Nashville and Louisville.
Okay. I bought my tickets this morning for Knoxville at the Smokies in May 21st. It's kind of crazy. They're doing so the way they're doing the tickets today. Today's time slot for me was any game that featured the Bananas not in Savannah between February and the end of June. And then next week will be all the games not featuring the Bananas, not in Savannah between February and June. And then the third week will be all the games in Savannah for the whole year. They're not even putting the tickets for July through the end of the season on sale to K Club or anybody until February.
Are you trying to get some Durham ones?
Maybe.
Okay.
Yep.
Is this your first time going to the new Knoxville Park?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
They're doing
I know it's banana ball, but let me know what the parking situation is like at that park, because I'm still trying to figure it out.
Okay. Yeah, we've got some,
obviously for that, but
it looks like it's going to be crazy because it's downtown.
Going to be available.
Yeah. We're doing this one because our friends we visited in Chattanooga last week want to go, and we were like, well, this is the closest thing to them.
Mm-hmm.
So we decided to do that. So yeah, I'm looking at Charlotte and Durham, some of the other, and then the Rickwood stuff in the latter part of the season, which again, those tickets won't be on sale for me till in February.
Lynn, if you get to go to Cosmic Baseball, you are going to have a blast. Cosmic Baseball is fun.
Yeah, I want to try to get to that in Charlotte as well.
Yeah, I'm hoping for the 2 spots I picked.
I signed up for Charlotte and Durham, but I'm not going to do 2 of them. If I can get the Charlotte, that's where I want to go.
Don't do Charlotte. Do Durham. Durham's better, bro. What the fuck, bro? Kidding. And look, I have to wait for the Pioneer schedule to come out. I got you, Joe. It looks amazing. It is. It's a lot of fun. I need to get the Glowmojis hat. I haven't got one, but since that's going to be next year, I'm not getting it this year. But yeah, it looks like it was. My daughter enjoyed the hell out of that game. So definitely gotta go there.
Now, do they still do? I'm assuming they still have Cosmic Games at Tri Cities also.
Yeah,
I think so.
They also play games there.
Yeah. They do.
Now, the question that I have about that is, if it becomes popular enough, are they also going to drop their CPL team?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so either. But that was one of my gripes with Bananas. So.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, don't get Ed riled up.
Don't get me started.
Who's the NFL game Thursday night game?
Oh yeah, we got 2 picks to do. Don't worry, I've got the spreadsheet.
Don't get me started now. Don't get me started. I'm doing better.
All right. So we have 2 games to pick, and I did not write the lines down for them. So I'm going to do that real quick while we talk. So the first game we have is the Raiders against the Broncos. Broncos are 8.5-point favorite.
Thursday nights we're doing so good, and then all of a sudden, no, here we go with the shit games.
I'm sorry, were you saying that Ravens and Dolphins was must-see TV?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, it just started. Like, with these last two games have been shit games.
Yeah, this game here does absolutely nothing for me.
Just wait till the next week.
Okay, so Shannon is Raiders Nation, but then she can't stand the Broncos. So I'll be curious to see what she thinks on that one.
And Broncos are a 73.9% chance in the predictor.
Spread game, right? Right, Donnie?
Yeah.
Broncos,
Navy.
obviously.
Yeah, I'm taking the Broncos.
Navy, Lynn.
I'm taking the Broncos.
Yeah, I'm not picking the Raiders, especially now that they got rid of another wide receiver.
Jacoby, yeah.
It's just not gonna happen.
Well, they have Brock Bowers healthy now, though. He'll just do everything.
Okay. And I also got long blonde hair.
Really?
I do.
That's cool.
I mean, I don't know how that's relevant, but. And we also have a college game to pick. Because this one's happening on Wednesday.
Oh, tell me about it.
We have Patrick picked the Broncos, by the way. I know Eric didn't care, but I thought he'd like to know that. So we have a Wednesday Maction game. Kent State travels to Muncie, Indiana against Ball State.
Let's go.
Ball State is a 1.5-point favorite.
Give me Kent, baby.
Under 47.5. Ball State at 66.5%.
Give me Kent. Can't read, can't write.
I am also picking Kent State. We're going to ride that hot hand. Patrick has picked Kent State. So Donnie and Eric.
Give me Kent State. A 1.5-point spread means you're not favored.
And that's at home.
Yeah.
They're not even giving you the 3 points. Hot damn.
They're giving half of those 3 points to the other team. That means you are not favored to win this game. That's a pick 'em anyway.
Sweep.
Fuck.
Okay.
Sorry, Ed. We all picked them, so that means they're not going to win.
That was the kiss of death. That means Ball State by 14. Which, by the way, we said someone made the comment last week about us picking the Colts this sweep as a kiss of death, and after pointing out that we picked the Colts before and they didn't lose, they ended up losing. So we'll see how that goes. But all 5 of us have the same picks for both games. So I guess Raiders are going to have a big game next week.
Great. Just can't wait.
And just to let you guys know, I already do have our game picks for this weekend. The need to get lines, and we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 6 FCS games.
Oh yeah,
including a conference that we have not really talked about this year. But their number 1 is going against their number 2.
Are we talking about the Brainiacs?
No, we're not in Ivy League yet.
Oh,
We're going down to the Southland with Southeastern Louisiana State against Lamar.
Ooh, oh, that's right. We did talk about Lamar.
We talked about Lamar last night.
Lamar for a little bit. So we've got a few other ones to go through with that, but we won't. We'll figure out those picks later.
Don't threaten me with a good time now.
Well, look how happy Prophet is. The more FCS games I get, like bigger that smile gets.
He's wanting to make sure I don't ever win picks again.
Bullshit! You win picks all the time with FCS games.
You went 100% the other day with FCS games when none of us did.
Yeah, I don't want to hear that from you.
Not with 6 games. I can only do so much.
Hey, a couple of questions we kind of passed over. I wanted to hit back on real quick while we're talking about college football. Phil threw out Deion Sanders. Will he still be at Colorado next season?
Yes.
What do you guys
We already
think?
talked about
Yeah,
that.
we did.
Did we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. He's staying.
Okay.
He's old.
He's not going anywhere.
And then Big Chupapi put Big Ten better than SEC. Big Ten's officially deeper and stronger this season.
I don't agree with that.
I don't either.
I think the top 10s of the Big Ten are better than the top 10s of the SEC. That I will concede on.
I disagree.
I don't know.
Big Ten all the way.
Damn, that was a nice touchdown by
That
Ohio.
was a nice touchdown.
I don't know. See, I don't know if Big Ten as a conference is better.
Okay, so let's go over the teams then.
Okay.
So you got Ohio State, Indiana, Oregon, and that's it. Okay. I'm just messing. I'm messing.
Great hard hitting analysis.
Oh my god.
I mean, he's not wrong because then the next Big Tens you get to are down at 19 and below with USC, Iowa, Michigan, and Washington.
Okay, but see, in my opinion, those are not bad teams. I'm not gonna, but see, there's definitely a line between, your top teams and then your other teams there, because after Washington, Minnesota, Northwestern, UCLA, Illinois, Nebraska, Maryland, Rutgers, Penn State, Wisconsin, Michigan State, Purdue.
You've only got a few Big Ten teams, and then everybody else is just garbage.
Yeah.
And the SEC has a lot more.
How many ranked teams does the SEC have?
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So they always have half of their conference ranked. I think it's in the contract with College Football Playoff Committee. Just like getting Notre Dame to number 10 is in the contract.
Yeah.
Because they've climbed from 24 to 10. They've won, but they've won over teams that are not that good, and they've kept climbing and climbing and climbing.
Like the Longhorns, ranked.
Yeah, they're keeping Texas, Oklahoma up there with 2 losses ahead of some 1-loss ACC teams.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't believe that's the whole thing. Like, that's
the thing. That's what always bugs me about the SEC.
You can't really do a comparison because it's biased right now when it comes to these conference teams. Because you seriously telling me that Texas Longhorns should be is better than the Big Ten? A lot of some of these teams in the Big Ten.
I mean, because they lost to Ohio State, so that's that. And then they lost to Florida, who's one of the worst teams in the SEC. So how are they still sitting where they're sitting in the top, number 11? Like, come on. Oklahoma lost to Texas.
Wait a second. Let's do
and
some.
Ole Miss. What?
Break news. Shane Beaver opts in with the Toronto Blue Jays.
What?
Yep. Although I gotta get it from another source because I can't take it from John Heyman.
Sorry,
I feel
Phil.
like he was. I know he came off an injury, but I don't think he was that great this year, especially in the playoffs. He was fine, but
he was decent. He wasn't. He's not the same person that he's the same pitcher with. But for Toronto to have him as a 3 or 4 starter, he'll be good for that.
Yeah.
he'll get you some innings. He'll give up a long ball here and there, but he'll get you 5, 6, 7 innings.
I know you don't care, Ed, but Salvador Perez returned on a 2-year deal through 2027.
I like Salvi.
He's getting to the point where with Carter Jensen coming up late in the season, I think now that Freddie Fermin's gone, with Fermin as the backup, Fermin actually split and probably had almost half or more games behind the plate. So I think Carter Jensen's going to be playing a lot behind the plate, and then they'll put Salvi at first. Now Salvi will still catch some games, but he's getting at that point.
Would they just DH him some?
Yeah, he'll either play first or DH.
Yeah.
They'll switch Vinny and Sal. And so, like, if Vinny is DH, then Sal will be first. But he had a 30 home run season again this year, so he had.
Listen, and for him, I think it's a smart move. First of all, on the Royals to have him, that's a good veteran person right there to have on your team, and that he's so good as a catcher. He was so good for so many years, so he can teach those catchers a lot of things before he's like, all right, I got to hang it up now, right? So I think it's a great move.
Carter Jensen's in the Mexico Winter League? I don't know. He's in some league right now, getting some additional reps. So he hit a ball in, was it Sacramento? 490 feet or something like that. I think they said the longest home run by a Royals player in the StatCast era. So I think they'll have some good things with Carter Jensen. So I feel like that's why they were able to be comfortable enough to extend Salvi, knowing that he won't have to catch
a lot.
I'd say he'd probably do maybe half the season, possibly. But
even if he does a quarter of the season,
DH, like he played a lot of first the last couple of years. He's fine over there. I don't think he's not that quick, but most of the first basemen aren't. And he's got
first base. Trust me, you don't have to be quick to play that position.
He has, catchers. He knows obviously how to pick balls in the dirt and everything. So I think he's fine over at first. So I think that's a good move to bring him back for a couple more years.
100%.
Carter's in the Dominican League with Age. You'll have to help me pronounce this. Aguilas. So he's played 7 games so far, 23 at bats. He's batting .261, 6 hits, 2 doubles so far.
Yeah, I think I think their next 2 big things are. I hope they re-sign, and I know it's probably only going to be for a 1-year deal, but I hope they bring Mike Yastrzemski back because even though he's older, he had some pop. Even hit 2. Yes, he is. He even had 2 home runs the final game of the regular season. And then the other big thing is, and it's going to have to be a multi-year contract, sign Michael Garcia, I think are the 2 other big pieces that they're going to have to take care of this offseason.
It's not Club America, come down. I think it's a smart thing to do with Vinny, right? Sharing, so that way you keep them healthy, both of them. Both Salvi and Vinny, keep them healthy. At the age, rest them, because that's granted they're a big dude, so they're a lot more injury prone than the other players.
Get out of here with that nonsense. It's better than any of your guys you've ever had.
There's no way they should be dropping him. Absolutely no way.
Both him and Vinny were 30 home run guys this year. Now Bobby was right behind. He didn't quite hit 30, but nobody cares about the Yankees. Bubic will probably be back since it was mid-season-ish. I don't know if he'll be quite ready for spring training, but I think he should be back hopefully early in the season. Alec Marsh, who was one of our starters 2 years ago, was out all this past year with an injury, and they said he had a different surgery, and now he'll be out all this year, so he'll be out for 2 years in a row.
Oh.
Yeah, Bellinger for the Yankees looks like he's opting out, but they're going to sign him to a big contract to stay. I was just looking to see if there was any other because Polly, I do follow the Yankees, but I do follow the Royals since the Fireflies are a Royals affiliate. I'm kind of with Eric on the Royals bandwagon too. So,
since we're talking baseball, can we bring up one managerial change real quick? Walt Weiss being the Braves manager.
I've heard a lot of Braves people talk about how they think that sucks. I don't know.
Yeah, I have not heard a good thing come from this from my Braves friends.
They said it was just Snicker 2.0.
Probably because Walt Weiss has been there for a while, hasn't he? On the coaching staff.
Yikes. Yeah, he's been there for.
Patrick, who is Bellig bigger?
I was going to say the same thing, but I'll let somebody else take it so he can flip you off instead. He'll cry in your mentions here in just a second.
Patrick's family is disappointed with the Braves hire. Oh, Prospector.
Has he made it up to Hudson Valley yet?
No.
What's the over-under on how many times Val cried for getting on Paul's podcast? Also, why did he use her logo as his little...
I saw that.
Yeah, Walt Weiss has been there since 2018 as a coach. Yeah. So, how do you guys feel about bringing in a guy as a manager that's been around the program? Does it feel like it's like? I mean, I get it. It's like a 2.0. It's like you're not changing anything.
If you're gonna make a fire and you're gonna make a new hire, why bring someone who's already there and it's gonna be the same messaging? It just doesn't make any sense.
I mean, technically, if you think about it, it's still part of the same system.
Right. Exactly. Because he can't sit there and turn around and have a totally different message. Then it's like, well, have you been just sitting over here, like undermining him or something? What's the deal? So, I mean, I liked Walt Weiss as a player. I don't know anything about him as a coach. Because I haven't really followed the Braves close enough to know if he's done anything as a coach with them. Because he's been the bench coach basically, and you never hear about the bench coach too much.
Yeah, we have one as our manager in Kansas City, and he sucks.
You said to make it about yourself, didn't you?
Always.
Of course.
I mean, Don Mattingly is a good bench coach. He has been. I'll say that. But
yeah.
He's a has-been and never won.
He has been
I've heard has-been. I've heard he called him a has-been.
Damn.
Can't believe you did that.
Brutal. Whatever.
And he got that World Series ring now? No?
Too soon.
No, it's not.
Too soon.
Now you see the real reason why Patrick was not on tonight.
It's the Rockies, Lynn. I can't take...
Yeah. Any one of us could have been fine as a manager of the Rockies.
Golly, for what they've done. Oh, I'm sorry. Anywho, is there anything else we haven't covered? I feel like we've covered everything else.
Yeah, we covered football. We did Gottlieb Watch.
Did you talk about the new, I think, Prospect League team, the Kokomo Creek Chubs?
So I did not, because there was really not a lot to.
There's nothing yet to really
to unveil on that. But besides this new Prospector League team called the Kokomo Creek Chubs.
I'm not saying it.
Come on, Ed.
No, no, not yet. Not yet. I'll wait. I will wait.
It's already 10:25.
Sure. Not saying anything. Congratulations.
Thanks.
That's it. That's all I got. Hey, by the way, Ohio won on that final play right there. So
I feel like this should be a rivalry for a trophy, but I don't remember this game if this one has one or not.
I don't think so.
Good.
A minute 8.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, are you that far ahead of me, or is it just basically that they got the ball and they can kill the clock?
They got the ball. They kill
okay.
the clock. Yeah.
I'm looked up and I'm like, there's a minute 8. I'm like, am I that far?
They're killing the clock, man. Come on now.
I got you.
I did want to talk about more of the LSU drama, but I want Patrick for that.
Where the governor is talking too much shit and should be in should shut the fuck up.
Pretty much. Like I said, it's going to lead to a recall vote eventually. Especially if
Phil, good night.
Goes 7-5.
Have a good night, Phil. Yeah.
Go teach the youth. I would not want to teach the youth.
I don't.
Nah.
I sure don't. Not gonna happen. I'll punch a kid.
Well, we did. We also didn't talk about Mike Shula getting fired. I guess there's nothing really to say about that.
There's really like.
I'm just trying to think. Is there any other coaching changes? Like, we didn't talk about that one, but there's really not much to talk about. He's been a sorry coach since he was in Alabama. So.
Did the Maryland coach actually get fired? Because I thought he was, and then I saw that was retracted, and then the Maryland coach.
No, he's fired.
He's fired? Okay.
I didn't see anything retracted, but
that one kind of surprised me a little bit.
He got fired after that loss.
Yeah, and I don't know if
I mean, it's Maryland, so I mean, it's not like you should be surprised.
Oh, it says, well, Sports Illustrated a day ago said Maryland is not parting ways with Loxley despite the rumors.
Yeah, that's why I got confused, because I saw the initial report. And
fake reports claim that he was fired, or that they were firing him, but he is not. Wow, yeah, that's yesterday.
Interesting.
Hugh Freeze got fired from Auburn, which long overdue in my opinion. So see who the short list for that group is. A lot of people want Cadillac Williams, and I'm like, please no, not again.
Cadillac Williams.
Yeah, I like the dude, but it's just not. I don't think he should be coaching. He shouldn't be head coach for Auburn.
Interesting.
Well, whoever this Rob Reinhardt is that reported that he was getting fired, somebody should talk to him.
Fired.
Somebody's going to cancel him.
He about to get fired.
I don't know who he is or what he's doing, but yeah, they're going to shut him down.
Hell yeah.
Virgil, Friday night, it's Topeka Washburn Rural at Wichita Northwest.
What's the line?
Jesus Christ.
The 7 seed against the 2 seed, so I'd say probably 17-point Northwest.
What's the line?
This is like watching a gambling problem in person.
What do you mean a gambling problem? I'm not putting money on this. What are you talking about?
That we know of.
If you were putting money on it, this is what it would be like watching a gambling problem, is what I meant to say.
The only money I have put down were for raffle tickets with Zach's baseball team, and Eric's holding the prize or away from me that I won. That he's just withholding information, and I get it.
I said if you get a call from a 316 number, it may not have to do with the raffle.
Oh dear.
All right. Okay. Well, on that note, guys, it's been fun. We'll see you guys on Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern time. We will cover our picks. I cannot wait for some FCS football picks, NFL picks, as well as, I don't know, whatever else. I'm sure some other coach is going to get fired. We're going to do some hiring, and then we definitely have to talk about the rest of the baseball stuff, like all the manager of the year and all that fun stuff, because we really haven't talked about that. So I'm sure we can cover that Thursday, guys. And until then, have a good night. Okay, bye.
Bye.